utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
The right nutrition, animal health, and record management is key to having a profitable cattle program. That's why you want to work with the people at Farmco, who will take the time to learn your operation and help you grow your business. We are your full-service agriculture provider of feed, seed, animal health, farm, and ranching equipment built on terrific service. Get to know Farmco locally owned and serving you in Chamberlain, Platte, Winter, and east of Kimball at the Paragon. Visit us online at farmcosd.com. Farmco, feeding your future.
Agronomy Plus in Mitchell, Rock Creek and Howard, and Valley Station in Armour are your 100% locally owned team of agronomy experts. We offer Agronomy 365, which provides info in real time to make decisions that result in better, more profitable farming. We know you and your operation with service beyond compare. Get a jump on spring planning with Agronomy Plus in Mitchell, Rock Creek and Howard, and Valley Station in Armour. We are ag done right, the American way.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West, member FDIC.
C&B is proud to support our local farmers. Rooted in agriculture, we are committed to our customers. You can shop local with C&B, your John Deere dealer, providing you with new and used equipment, parts on hand, and service all year round. Our entire inventory is available to you online at DeereEquipment.com. C&B, proud to be your local John Deere dealer.
Live Ticket TV continues to grow and bring you more sports coverage than ever before. And now, Live Ticket TV is happy to announce their partnership into college athletics with Dakota Wesleyan University. That's right, Tiger Nation. Live Ticket TV and DWU have teamed up to bring you coverage of all home sporting activities for the Tigers. If you'd like to advertise during these sporting events, give Live Ticket TV a call. Dakota Wesleyan University Sports, now on Live Ticket TV.
B&S Services LLC is your locally owned repair service center. We specialize in full-service automotive, semi-trailer and small engine repair, along with tire services. Repair services range from a simple oil change to sharpening mower blades to a more complicated electrical diagnosis. Located at 38058 South Dakota Highway 34, look for us on the hill heading west out of town. Phone Cody Barber 605-350-4293 and Arian Schooler 605-770-9398. B&S Services LLC is a proud sponsor of Wessington Springs Spartans Athletic.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes, and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
You are a dynamite contractor. Your younger brother Gary is a slightly less dynamite contractor. But together, you make Mom proud. Look at you two. And look at your crew. Brenda, the calculator Cutler, Bill, the drill Robinson, and then there's the new guy. New guy struggles with stairs, and that'll cost you. Lucky for you, you have IMT Business Insurance. Learn more at imtins.com. Be worry-free with IMT.
Advanced Sunflower is your locally owned and operated sunflower processing company that buys all types of sunflowers for the edible and bird food industries. They market sunflowers domestically and internationally, so they have a wide range of options to get you the best price for your sunflowers. Most advanced sunflower contracts have an Act of God clause, so you don't have to worry if Mother Nature takes a toll on your crop. Give Jared or Danny a call to get you the most profit out of your sunflowers.
A credit card that fits your lifestyle and saves you money. Why would you settle for anything less? A Dakota Land Federal Credit Union Visa will earn travel rewards, 1% cash back, and 9.90% annual percentage rate, the right rate. And all the right features puts you right where you want to be. Stop by any convenient branch location or check us out online at DakotaLandFCU.com. Dakota Land, federally insured by NCUA.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Burke Livestock Auction is a family-owned livestock marketing center in Burke, South Dakota. We are located in south central part of the state. Cattle sales are held weekly on Saturdays, with approximately 65,000 of south central South Dakota and north central Nebraska's finest feeder and breeding cattle marketed annually. Mark your calendar for our September 21st fall calf and yearling sale. Sale starts at 9:30 with lunch to start at 11. Burke Livestock is a proud supporter of state amateur baseball.
When it comes to sports bars, the Sports Center in Larchwood, Iowa has put themselves above the rest. They open bright and early, 7 a.m. on weekdays and 10 a.m. on weekends, so you can start your day off right with them. And speaking of starting your day off right, they have daily food specials that will have your taste buds jumping for joy. The best flatbread pizza in the area, top-notch burgers, and don't worry, they have the best salads as well. The Sports Center in Larchwood. If you haven't tried it yet, put it down as your next destination.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for the everyday things you need to take care of around the house. The squeaky hinges and burned out bulbs. The toilets that run and faucets that don't. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It'd be just the right size. It would be an Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
What started out to be a small community celebration has grown into an attraction that draws literally thousands of people each year. Mark your calendars for June 19th, 20th, and 21st, 2025 for the 75th Annual Tabor Check Days in Tabor, South Dakota. Check food, check music, and check hospitality await you in Tabor. Check Days is sponsored by the Tabor Chamber of Commerce and proudly supports the Tabor Bluebirds and Bonhomme High School athletics.
Sun Gold Sports is proud to call Mitchell and Huron home. With over 50 years of experience, we are here for all of your printing needs. Whether it's for your business, school, or personal, we are your one-stop custom shop. Screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, banners, trophies, awards, and so much more. Give Steph a call at 605-770-6829. Sun Gold Sports of Huron and Mitchell. We print t-shirts.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for the everyday things you need to take care of around the house. The squeaky hinges and burned out bulbs. The toilets that run and faucets that don't. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It'd be just the right size. It would be an Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Prairie Valley Farm Charolais is located in Platte. Since 1980, David has worked with his father, family, and hired men to provide bulls with the best health, management, selection, and genetics to produce a quality product to meet the customer's needs. Mark your calendar for their annual bull sale on the second Saturday of April. Check out their website at pvfcharolais.com or give David Mason a call for more information. Prairie Valley Farm Charlotte is a proud supporter of all Black Panther school activities. Remember, U.S. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Located in the heart of Mitchell, Blarney's is your one stop for mouth-watering food, refreshing drinks, and your latest sports action. Fans, it's state amateur baseball time, and Blarney's is your pre- and post-game destination. Whether you're finishing up the early game and need a spot to eat for lunch, or celebrating a late-night victory, stop in at Blarney's and keep the party going with cold, refreshing drinks. Blarney's Sports Bar and Grill, a proud supporter of the state amateur baseball tournament.
From your innovative attachment solutions provider for over 40 years, MDS Manufacturing. One of a kind, revolutionary, game-changing. MDS doesn't make the loader, MDS makes the loader better.
As the weather warms up, so does our time outside. If you've been putting off your next home project, then Elite Renovations in Platte and Mitchell is ready to help. If you're looking to upgrade or update your roof, siding, windows, doors, and decking, they've got you covered. Interior trim, flooring, cabinets, tile, or drywall, they got the crews. Book a free consultation to discuss your options. Visit their website at elitereno-sd.com to get started with your summer project.
The One Stop in Redfield is a friendly, family-owned business. We carry hot stuff, pizza, sandwiches, and more. Before you take a trip, or if you're just out and about, stop by and fuel up with Sinclair gasoline from E30 to E85. Use your Dino app for extra savings and your Pump and Save card for free stuff. Don't forget to visit the automatic car wash for that spotless shine. One Stop in Redfield is a proud supporter of all school sports and activities.
Triatel is a telecommunications company that serves over 10 small communities.
And just because you live in a small community doesn't mean that you can't get good service.
For me, it's really important to be able to work remotely here in the country.
If you live in the Triatel service area and you're looking for a good, reliable, high-speed internet connection, we've served our members for 65 years and we're going to be serving you long into the future.
Hey farmers, don't have the time or the means to haul your corn to market? Contact Derek or Phil at New Gen Energy. They are receiving corn 6 days a week, and every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. is Farmers Only Haul Day. Located in Marion, South Dakota, New Gen Energy also sells distillers and corn oil. Call 605-648-2100 for all your corn needs, and check out their website at newgenmarion.com. That's NUGEN Marion.com.
A better you starts closer to home, with people who understand your way of life and belong to your community. Primary care providers at Horizon Health know you and know how to help you stay well. We're here to keep you healthy and care for you through every stage of life, so you can keep doing what you love and make every day a better one. Schedule an appointment at horizonhealthcare.org.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
It might be time for you to strongly consider leasing bulls from Jorgensen Land and Cattle. Here's Cody.
Well, it's a really good option to acquire some excellent genetics for an affordable price. It's become really popular. When you first hear about lease bulls, sometimes it may frighten a person. So this is a different ballgame. You know, there's a genetic program behind these bulls. These are bulls that have a genetic program and really are designed genetically to very nice calves.
Call 1-800-548-BULL.
At Lesterville Feed and Grain, they pride themselves on offering top-notch products at competitive prices. Whether you're looking for feed for your livestock or grains for your crops, they have you covered. And with their market bids, you can rest easy knowing you're getting the best deal possible. But it's not just about the products, it's about the service. Their knowledgeable staff is there to help answer any questions you may have and provide expert advice to help you succeed in your farming endeavors.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
Dr. Kelly Tobin and staff at Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic are proud supporters of high school athletics. When it comes to large and small animal health, look to Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic. They understand how important your livestock is to you and will give you service that you can depend on. Call 539-1040. That's 539-1040. Rolling Hills is located on Dakota Avenue, across from Farm Bureau in Wessington Springs. Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic.
Being a part of a community means sharing the history and future of the people all around you. For 115 years, First Fidelity Bank has been doing just that, helping you get the most out of life by providing the services and tools you need, the conveniences and technology you want, and the friendly faces you expect. So you get everything you need right here in the place you call home, now and for many years to come. First Fidelity Bank.
The heart of farming season is coming up, and Caton International is your HIH dealer in Crofton, Nebraska. Caton International offers top-notch parts and service to keep your equipment running smoothly all season long. Their team of experts is there to help with any maintenance or repairs you may need, so you can focus on what you do best, farming. And don't forget to check out their website for the latest deals and promotions. Whether you're in the market for a new piece of equipment or just need some replacement parts, Caton International has you covered. Second annual South Dakota Amateur Baseball Tournament. We're in the Class B bracket here on Live Ticket TV as we get you set for our evening game, the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks, whereas we have labeled them this Cinderella team taking on the Giant Killers, the Platte Killer Tomatoes, and this final game to punch their ticket to the Final Four to take on Dimmick Emery, as in game number one of the evening saw the Raptors defeat the Larchwood Diamonds by a final score of 10-7. Along with Spencer Bewley, Cole Larsh, Tyler sitting to my left, I'm Heath Nimke. We get you set for this second game of the day. Before I get to Tyler and talk more about this matchup between Hartford, Humboldt, and Platte, let's first get to our starting lineup of the evening. It's brought to you by Shields. Shields carries world-class brands and back every product they carry. With their Shields guarantee, you can feel confident knowing you're purchasing the same footwear, apparel, and gear professionals rely on. Let's take a look at the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks starting lineup for tonight, as leading things off will be Austin King playing center field. Batting second will be Braden Herr, the third baseman. Batting third, it's Dawson Baker, the left fielder. Batting fourth, it's Braden Odegaard, the first baseman. Batting fifth is Brody Herr, the shortstop. Batting sixth, Nathan Adrian, the second baseman. Batting seventh, it's Gage Nelson, the designated hitter. Batting eighth, it's Keaton Vessels, the catcher. Batting ninth, it's Camden McDonald, the right fielder. And Logan Larson will get the start on the bump tonight for the boys in orange and white. Now we take a look at the Platte Killer Tomatoes. Leading things off will be Sheldon Gant playing at the third base spot. Batting second, it's Mason Townsend, the first baseman. Batting third, it's Hayden Kuiper, the second baseman, Batting fourth, it's Grant Doom, the right fielder. Batting fifth, it's Hunter Hewitt, the catcher. Hunter has been a big man out in Platte the past couple of days, as he got the walk-off home run in the 10th inning to beat the Alexandria Angels. Batting sixth, it's Jeff Harris playing center field. Batting seventh, it's Richard Sternberg, the shortstop. Batting eighth, it's Michael Beatonboss, the DH tonight. Batting ninth, Seth Muth, the left fielder. And getting the start on the bump, Travis Gant for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. Again, for the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks, overall they are 5-12. They are the Cinderella team. coached by Jake Ellens. They were the 5th representative from the Corn Belt. They defeated Madison and Coleman during that tournament. And here in the state tournament, they defeated Menno 4-2 in the first round and then defeated Elk Point 8-5. Taking a look at the Platte Killer Tomatoes, they are the opposite of offense. They're all about defense, beating Del Rapids Mudcats in the first round of the state tournament, 1-0. And then again, a walk-off victory. My friend Tyler next to me said it the other night, whoever scores 3 first is going to win, and that's exactly what the Platte Killer Tomatoes did. They come in with a record of 12-7 overall. Todd Strand is the manager. No more talking about him. Let's get to my broadcast partner, Tyler. Tyler, you have now gotten your chance. The last time you sat in this broadcasting seat to see both these teams, I know you're a fan of the Platte Killer Tomatoes, but what makes the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks so exciting to watch?
Well, I honestly think it's just because they're the underdogs, coming in with only 5 wins. They really have nothing to lose, so it's just going to be kind of a battle of it's David versus Goliath tonight. Platte's got to come out and score early and keep the lead, which I think they will, but Humboldt Hartford has been kind of the resilient team to see what they can do tonight.
We take our final warm-up pitches. Quick little notification here. The Platte Killer Tomatoes tonight will be in their black uniforms. The pants will be white. It's orange jerseys for the Wood Ducks, white pants. It reminds you a lot of what the Oregon Ducks used to look like back in the day. We also saw a little bit ago a fan here with a big Platte Killer Tomato flag flying around. Tyler, I also think the whole entire town of Platte, South Dakota might be in Mitchell, South Dakota. I don't know if there's really many bodies left in Platte.
It kind of feels like the whole county of Charles Mix County is up here right now for the game because there's a lot of people from Wagner, a lot of people from Platte, some people from Geddes. They really do bring a big fan selection or section when they – I mean, actually the whole year they've been showing a lot of fan support, but, you know, this – if they win tonight, this is the furthest they've ever been in baseball, so, you know, it's history for Platte.
They would love to make it to the Final Four. The take on Dimmick Emery is who they would get. Dimmick Emery, again, won earlier against the Larchwood Diamonds by a final score of 10-7. Other games coming up tomorrow evening in your Elite Eight, if you will. Canova takes on Del Rapids PBR. The gang still on their defense for another state title. And then after that, one of the heavy favorites in this state tournament, Winter Cologne, will take on the Garrettson Blue Jays, who are going to be on some well-needed rest going into tomorrow. Again, they played in the late-night game last night against Four Corners, winning 12-4, but that game took over 4 hours real time due to weather. We have seen weather move through the Mitchell area. If I look off to the left up here in the broadcast booth, we do still see some storm clouds that are brewing off in the distance, but we do look like we are going to be clear for takeoff tonight here at Cadwell Park and clear for the rest of the evening as we get you set for this matchup between the Platte Killer Tomatoes and the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks. Leading things off, once again, will be number 5, Austin King. We'll see Braden Hurt and also Dawson Baker all due up to lead things off for the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks. As the first pitch is underway, what should we expect from Travis Gant tonight, Tyler?
A lot of off-speed. He's got a good breaking ball. He likes to command the zone a little early, and Humboldt Hartford took advantage of that on the second pitch, lining it into left field for a base hit for Austin King.
Well, we get quickly to the numbers of Gant. He has pitched the most for the Platte Killer Tornadoes, 40 innings pitched. He's played in 8 games, including starting 7 of those. His overall record is 3-3, has now given up officially 48 hits, has struck out 34, a 5.4 ERA, and a 1.65 whip for Gant. So he's going to give up hits. He's going to give up runs. The question is, can he just eliminate them tonight? As now we see up Braden Hurt. You also called it, so let's get this wonderful wisdom out of your brain now. What's the total we need to get to? Are we going to see a lot of runs, or is this going to be a low-scoring affair?
I think we're going to see more runs tonight for Platte than we did the last 2 games combined. Ooh.
as we saw a pop-up that went into the dugout, and someone was right there at the fence and took a shot to the noggin in the dugout. The kid is now back up. He's wearing the gray and white hat that you see there, but I don't know if he necessarily saw where the ball was at, and it went straight off of his noggin, and he fell down into the dugout, but he looks like he's going to be okay. Shake that one off. Probably plenty of giggles happening in the dugout right now.
Now that they know he's okay.
And that's the famous saying in baseball or softball, keep your head on a swivel. You never know what's exactly going to happen. The count is 2-1. And Herr is going to pop this one up, and it's going over to the right side of the field. Gliding underneath of it and caught for out number 1 is Doom, getting one away in the top of the first. Dawson Baker, the left fielder, will now step up for the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks. Again, the pickup player from Madison, Dairy Queen, wearing the blue uniform.
He should have brought his own helmet because that green doesn't go good with the blue.
Yeah, wearing the helmet for the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks. The first pitch comes in for a called strike. Again, Gant is the pitcher tonight. We'll see Logan Larson on the opposite side for this evening. If you're just tuning into the broadcast, it's great to have you with on another stream of Live Ticket TV. This pitch comes in and now throw over to second, not on line. And a good steal by King to get over to second with one out. Fans, I want to give you an update, or I should say let you know as well. When you purchase your pass to watch these games here on Live Ticket TV, all that money goes back to the South Dakota Amateur Baseball Association. I know there was some questions about who gets that money, and it goes all directly back to continue to improve the Baseball Association. They help improve Cadwell Park here as well. Even though we'll be stepping away from Cadwell Park after Sunday, we'll take a year off and move over to Brandon Valley before we come on back. And this one fouled off back behind. But again, when you purchase your pass to watch these games, if you're staying at home right now, all that money goes back to the South Dakota Amateur Baseball Association. King over at second base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down here in the top of the first. And this one, take it, wear it, as they say.
Don't rub it.
Baker aboard. Check out the instant replay.
Looked like it was right off the shoulder.
Gant. Yeah, just looks like he might have lost
breaking
the
ball that didn't break.
Yep. So what do you think? We're 11 pitches in now for Gant. Kind of shaky start for him?
Yeah, it's been a while since he's pitched, too, because he didn't pitch the last 2 games of the district tournament either. So it's probably been 2.5 weeks since he's pitched.
And now the first pitch seen that time by Braden Odegaard down the left base line. Here is 1, and here is 2 for the Cinderella team. The Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks lead it early 2-0 over the Platte Killer Tomatoes. If there's one thing this Wood Ducks team's been able to do, it is, guys, across the pond and get back home safely. They lead it 2-0 here in the final 8 against the Platte Killer Tomatoes.
And the thing with Humboldt Hartford is they're playing with house money right now, so they weren't expecting to make it this far, so anything that happens now is way over expectations.
Brody Herr, the shortstop, will step up to bat. No, Herr does not play for the Platte Killer Tomatoes, as he is also wearing the same colored jerseys for this evening. Again, runner on second base, and this one is inside. So again, Hartford Humboldt, 2 runs on 2 hits here in the ball game. They have looked comfortable in this start of the ball game. As this one, a ground ball over to Sternberg, throw to first, and this one is in time. And that one is out number 2.
Gant just needs to settle down here and get out of here with limited damage.
Gant up to 14 pitches already here in the ball game, as now Nathan Adrian, the second baseman, will step up for the Wood Ducks. He'll see the first pitch and foul it off. Again, we talked about the crowd. It is a lot of Platte Killer Tomatoes, a lot of the Killer Tomato hats, if you will, that they sell for the baseball team.
There's a lot of red down there. I will give them that.
There is some orange mixed off to our right side. Platte, just over an hour drive. And, of course, Hartford, Humboldt, just down the interstate on I-29. Hop on board and skip in a jiffy, and you're here in Mitchell, South Dakota. This one, swing and a miss, and now the count is 1-2 with 2 outs. Again, Cole Larsha, our cameraman. Spencer Bewley, our producer. Want to give a huge shout out to those two who have been manning down the fort a lot this state tournament. Spencer Bewley got his chance to be a part of the state amateur baseball tournament for the first time this year, and he has dove straight in and helped out on broadcasting games, running productions, running camera. He's got himself golf. He slept in until noon today. He's well rested for tonight. You did have a delayed game last night. So again, Spencer Bewley, the well-rested producer. The 2-2, this one a ground ball once again over to Sternberg. Gloves, hesitates, and now going home are the Wood Ducks in a pickle down the third base line. They're going back and forth, go home, and tag on the helmet out at home.
That was a good heads-up play by Sternberg. He bobbled it, and he saw that guy making the turn at third. Rather than throwing it away, just chase him down and get him in the pickle.
Odegaard tagged at the helmet at home. But the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks get 2 runs on 2 hits. They lead it 2-0. We're going to the bottom of the first. That comes up in just a moment on Live Ticket TV.
Travel in packs. Fearless first-timers and go-getters. Sightseers and mudslingers. Trail conquerors and adrenaline junkies. We believe great rides deserve great company. And wherever the ride takes us, there's always room for one more.
Experience the enduring legacy of Castlewood Farms Elevator, a farmer-owned cooperative that has served the ag community for more than a century. Dedicated to enhancing efficiency and offering superior services, they provide a comprehensive range of crop nutrition, protection products, commercial fertilizer, and livestock feed. Visit CastlewoodElevator.com or give them a call today. Your ultimate destination for agriculture needs is Castlewood Farmers Elevator.
Discover a piece of Americana at Cohn's Corner, a renowned 1920s rural gas station turned firearm haven in the upper Midwest. Since 2004, their updated store has preserved nostalgia with gas pumps and snacks for travelers alongside a selection of 2,500 firearms. Purchase in-store or through Charlie for global delivery. They buy single guns, entire collections, and offer trades. Whether you're a collector or looking to sell, they've got you covered. Cohn's Corner, proud sponsor of Castlewood Youth Athletics and Events.
Back here at Cadwell Park as we move to the bottom of the first inning. And game number 1 of our evening, the Dimmick Emery Raptors defeated Larchwood 10-7. Tyler, I don't think you were here for maybe all the game, but you were able to join us a little bit later on. What did you think about that game that we saw Dimmick Emery pull away late in that game?
It was kind of not really a clean game. I mean, Dimmick Emery took advantage of Larchwood's pitching, which from the games that I saw of Dimmick, they've been doing that all year. Dimmick has a lot of veterans on the team. They've been playing for, some of them, 20 years. They know how to take advantage of teams. And they bit when they had to.
And they are on to the Final Four, and there's a reason that they are excited. They're still here as well. There was some tailgating going on afterwards with some more meal that they had, I believe, some shredded taco bar before and after the game. So quickly here, we're seeing already a conversation as Keaton Vessels, the catcher tonight, and the pickup player is not on the same page with Logan Larson. So they're going to go talk on the mound quickly, figure out what the signals are.
Yep, they're just going over the signs.
Got the MLB nowadays, a little push button on the knee. Push 3, and it tells you I want the fastball.
Yep.
And if I want, I heard 18 buttons are a part of the little push thing. Now, not all pitchers use it yet over the MLB level. Still kind of a new transition as the MLB continues to make it more hitter-friendly and faster pace, if you will. I also heard they're trying to make another hitter-friendly rule in the MLB. Pitchers, they want to at least throw 6 innings if you're the starting pitcher, which I find that one very interesting. The 2-1, this one is low, and 3-1 the count. Again,
that'd be hard to do, I think, for MLB pitchers because, some of them can only go five innings or so.
I think you'd have a lot more injuries
to
pitchers. The 3-1 swing and a miss, and now 3-2. Sheldon Gant, Mason Townsend, Hayden Kuiper all up. I also feel like the MLB pitching career would be a lot less.
Yeah.
He might last maybe 3 or 4 years if that rule happened. Don't know for sure, but I heard that was in discussion.
Let's see if Sheldon can keep his hot bat going. Last game, I think he was 3 for 4 in the game. At one point, he was 3 for 3, and I think he got out the last at bat.
Again, the count is full to Sheldon and swings in this one, and it's a miss. First strikeout for Logan Larson, the pitcher tonight for the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks. Might as well take a look at that here.
We kind of jinxed Townsend here the last game when we said he was such a good batter, and then he went 0 for 4.
It's just his second time that he did that all season of having an 0 for game.
Both against Alexandria.
Again, Logan Larson is on the mound. 30 innings pitched for him. Played in 5 games. Faced 141 batters. 3-2 overall. Gave up 23 hits, 45 strikeouts, 4.2 ERA, a 1.36 whip. The 1-0 in that one off the top of the glove there. So I don't mind his ERA, and I don't mind that whip number here.
What was the ERA?
The ERA was a 4.2. Again, played just in 5 games this season.
Fouled back by Townsend.
Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks and the Platte Killer Tomatoes both have a lot of pitching and a lot of pitching available as well. So if they need to, they will use it, depending on how this one goes tonight.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Platte goes deep into the bullpen.
And now the 1-2 is going to get away from the catcher. So let's pay attention to Keaton Vessels, as he has had a couple that have gone off the tip of his glove, and this time it gets underneath of him. Looks like he's kind of struggling a little bit early just to catch the ball. Again, he is the Legion player. And this one, swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts for Logan Larson. And there's now 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning.
Larson's commanding that strike zone right now.
So now stepping up to bat will be Hayden Kuiper, the second baseman for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. Watches the first pitch, in for a called strike. Paints the outside corner. The 0-1, this one a ground ball, took a skip off the pitching mound, collected throw over to first in time for out number 3. 1, 2, and 3 in order for the Platte Killer Tomatoes as we head to the top of the second. It's the Wood Ducks that lead it by 2. We're back in a moment on Live Ticket TV.
At Heartland State Bank, our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
It may seem like the smallest town in South Dakota, so how could it have everything you need when you may find yourself in the middle of nowhere? But at Canova Service Center, whatever you may need in the middle of nowhere, that's where they are. Fencing, lumberyard, hardware, oil changes, tire sales, and repair. Rental equipment, feed bunks, cattle shelters, convenience store, and more. So no, you're not in the middle of nowhere. It's the Canova Service Center. August 15th. It's a Thursday evening. You're playing for a chance to make it to one of the final 4 teams of the state amateur baseball tournament. They either play on Saturday and then from there a chance to play on Sunday and host the Covenant Trophy that all started back in April. Welcome to Cadwell Park here on Live Ticket TV. Along with Tyler, I'm Heath Nimke. We are heading to the top of the second where we'll see Nelson, Vessels, and McDonald for the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks, a team that probably at one point thought the season was doomed. It was over with. Why are we even playing in a district tournament? This seems pointless. All probably went through the minds of the Wood Ducks at one point. But from there, they have ravished and put together themselves a Cinderella story. And right now, the storybook is reading in the correct direction. But at the moment, it's still early in this game. The 0-2 pop foul. But the Wood Ducks lead 2-0 over the Platte Killer Tomatoes. Top of the second.
Travis is kind of one of them pitchers where it'll take him 1 or 2 innings to kind of settle down, but once he does, he'll find that strike zone and work it.
Again, Nelson is up to bat here. Taking a look at Gage Nelson, the DH, averaging a .292 on the season. The 1-2, and this one outside and away. For the Wood Ducks as well, when we talk about their batting average, we see a lot of guys, or other teams, if you will, with high numbers, 3s, 4s. The Wood Ducks just aren't as high. I mean, again, a lot of losses on the season, so it doesn't relate to high batting averages. The 2-2 ground over shortstop.
Good play by Sternberg over to Townsend. Good stretch by Townsend. Close play, but got him out.
His third putout now that we have seen. He's looked comfortable in that shortstop position.
Well, the second one wasn't really clean, but it was smart.
Yes.
Like I said, he saw the guy was kind of caught off third, got him caught in a rundown, and didn't make the throw. He just made the play by running towards him. You know, most people would make that throw, and then all of a sudden they throw it over the catcher, and there goes your third run. But Richard was smart on that one to just run it in. As Gant throws the first strike in, looking.
Keaton Vessels will see the 0-1, pop it up to center, and easily caught out in center field
by Jeff Harris, the pickup player from the Mudcats.
Out number 2, 2-0. Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks lead Platte Killer Tomatoes.
I will say the one thing is both these teams are really taking advantage of their pickup players by utilizing them a little more. Platte having 2 pickup players starting tonight, and I believe Humboldt-Hartford has 1 for sure.
The pickup player?
Yes.
Then the Legion player as well.
Yep, and the Legion player, yep.
So as you mentioned, and we just saw against Larchwood and Dimmick Emery, only 1 for either team, or I should say combined, only 1.
Yep.
And that was the Legion player. The 0-1, this one fouled, and the count quickly goes to 0-2 as Gant has looked a lot more comfortable here at the top of the second inning.
Yeah, it takes him an inning or two. I mean, I'm not going to say he's old, but he's mature. It takes him a little bit to get warmed up, and like I said, you find the ump zone, and then you throw at it. He's had this ump quite a bit this year, so he knows what his zone is, so he can kind of deal with it. And you know, there's some frustration when he doesn't get one of the calls that he thinks he should get, but Travis is a smart enough pitcher that he'll come back and he'll throw strikes, and like we've been seeing already, he throws a lot of ground ball pitches, gets the defense to work more.
2-2 the count with 2 outs. Deuce's wild pitch, and this one low, and it's going to get away as well.
In the dirt, full now.
That's a nice job by McDonald, the right fielder, battling tough and staying in here. 3-2 with 2 outs.
Gant gets a sign, fires it in. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for the 3rd out. Killer Tomatoes look like they're kind of settling in now with scoreless inning with no runners on.
1, 2, 3 in order. We head to the bottom of the second. It's 2-0. The Wood Ducks lead over the Tomatoes. We're back in just a moment on Live Ticket TV.
We're your local one-stop shop. This is Angela, owner and operator of Amcoda Farm and Home Center. From the DIYers, fixer-uppers, to contractors, we have what you need to get the job done. Building supplies, Valspar paint, and tools, Crystal X tubs, fencing supplies, and bog boots for your farm needs. We know how busy life can get. We offer delivery to make your life easier. Amcoda Farm and Home Center on Dakota Avenue in Wessington Springs. Big city value.
If you love being outside, solving problems, and working with your hands, apply now at James Valley Landscape Solutions. James Valley offers on-the-job training in all aspects of the green industry, with modern equipment and technology and competitive pay. Benefits include overtime pay, health care, dental, vision, and more. Apply now at jamesvalleylandscape.com or in person at 600 West Spruce in Mitchell.
At Cadwell Park, it's the bottom of the second inning. As this second inning is brought to you by Elite Renovations. If you're looking to update or upgrade your roof, siding, or decking, they've got you covered. Interior trim, cabinets, drywall. They have the crews to take care of it all. Say hi to Josh over there, who resides out of Platte, but also works here in the Mitchell and surrounding areas. Josh does a lot of great work for Elite Renovations with his crew. Bottom of the second, Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks lead it 2-0 over the Platte Killer Tomatoes. We'll see Doom, who I called Boom the other night, Hewitt, and Harris. So Doom, great pitcher, great batter. Hewitt, still riding high, if you will, from his walk-off the other night. And Harris trying to keep this inning going.
Harris had the first hit of the game last time, or first run scored by hitting an RBI over the shortstop. Doom's usually a reliable hitter. Let's see if he can come through.
Well, he makes good contact on this one, but it's going in the wrong direction. Well, we're talking about Doom. Why don't we take a more in-depth look at him? 237 batting average, but an on-base percentage of 383. Kind of a higher discrepancy there. 9 hits for Doom on the season. 1-1, swing and a miss at this one. 1-2. That takes a weird skip off the brick wall here at Cadwell.
And actually went back into fair territory.
Yeah. It was a low pitch, too, and all of a sudden it just hit the right angle and all of a sudden came all the way back.
That came back pretty fast, actually.
1-2 friendly fire, they call that in the military. The 1-2, this one fouled off. It's also Military Appreciation Night here at Cadwell Park, as we want to say thank you to all of our armed services, the men and women who protect this country each and every day. We thank you for your service. 1-2 the count. Doom makes contact once again. It's the 4th time he's made contact at this at-bat, but cannot put it in the correct direction. We're trying to hit this ball west. He's putting it east.
They're kind of shading him to right center right now, so if he could put one into left center, that should be an easy double for him. He's got some speed, too.
The 1-2. This one popped up in the air. It's
right to the center fielder.
Getting underneath of it is King. And there is one away. So now Hunter Hewitt, the last time he was up to bat, he put his team in this position. We go back to the bottom of the 10th against the Alexandria Angels, hit a walk-off home run of 355 to left field. And the Platte Killer Tomatoes defeated the Alexandria Angels. And I know there's some Angels fans out there listening that would rather me just skipped out on that part right there. The 0-1, this one fouled. 0-2. But Larson has looked extremely comfortable so far in this game.
Yeah, he's throwing a really efficient game, keeping the count low, staying ahead early, and making Platte swing at it.
The 0-2 popped up in the air. And it's going to be Larson who calls for it himself. And
nobody gets it.
It's going to be dropped, and that one in for a hit. It looked like at one point Larson had called for it. At the last moment, Odegaard, the first baseman, said, no, let me get it. So Larson stepped back, and Odegaard dove in and missed. it will be counted as a hit.
Rule of thumb, you never let the pitcher field. We'll have Joey Foxley, the Legion player, running for Hunter Hewitt.
Well, maybe we change that rule next time. Because Larson saw it right away.
Yeah, Larson should have had that, but.
Now, I see why. I have seen the worst case scenario of not calling him out by any means. Doug Hall a couple years ago popped up routine, call for it. He missed it, and it took a shot right in the nose. He pitched a third of an inning and had to come out immediately. And now, ground ball, they take the fielder's choice out at second as Adrian was able to flip it over to her for out number 2. But yeah, so I mean, I understand why you're like, hey, don't let the pitcher make the play because, like I said, worst case scenario, I have seen exactly what it can result from. As now stepping up to bat.
I've also seen the other side of it where the pitcher takes the ball when nobody on the defense would have got to it.
Richard Sternberg, the shortstop, up to bat.
He's been a defensive specialist tonight. Let's see if he can do something on the offense for the Killer Tomatoes. They need something here.
Got a hit here in the ball game. Big swing and a miss.
Big swing there for Sternberg. We got Jeff Harris on first base on the fielder's choice play.
Just past 9 o'clock. Did see a slight weather delay earlier here at Cadwell Park at the latest 10 minutes. Otherwise, things have been moving along. We saw a high-scoring game, 10-7 in our first game of the evening with Dimmick Emery punching their ticket into the Final Four, the first of 4 teams to make it into the semifinals that will be playing on Saturday.
Okay, Heath, I'm going to ask you now because you made me make the prediction on Monday, so I'm going to make you make the prediction tonight now. What's your thought on the game?
On who I think is going to win this one tonight?
Yep.
I think if you count out.
I'm kind of giving you a little bit of the benefit of the doubt now, being it's bottom of the second, too.
I think you can't count out the Platte Killer Tomatoes. There's a reason why they're in this position. There's certainly a very confident bunch of doing what they've been capable of. I like what the Wood Ducks did offensively. The one thing that makes me nervous right now, Larson, the pitcher, looks so comfortable. But I will still pick the Wood Ducks. However, I think this is going to settle down, and I don't know if we're going to see more than 10 runs in the game.
Ooh.
And as I say that, a ground ball that gets through the legs of her, throw over to home is out.
Good throw by the left fielder.
An error as it got through her, but Dawson Baker, the left fielder, comes up and makes the play. Check this out on the instant replay. Baker, what a good throw home, and just Harris
tried to avoid the tag, but couldn't get out of the way enough. Tagged out before he can even touch home, stopping any rally that Platte had there.
And it will end the inning 2-0 as we head to the top of the third. Hartford Humboldt leads it. We're back in just a moment on Live Ticket TV.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Each family's needs are different and special. Will Funeral Chapel will listen with sensitivity, answer all questions, and respect your choices. The Will Funeral Chapel staff can assist you in planning and coordinating all the details. They will explain all the different options to make you feel at ease and most comfortable with all the decisions. Find out more by visiting their website at willfuneralchapel.com. Their sincerest hope is that you and your family will be comforted by their efforts. Back here at Cadwell Park, 2-0, the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks. As the first pitch is going to be lined out into left center field as King, 2 for 2 in the ball game. He ain't wasting his time when he steps up the bat. He's saying, boys, hop on my back. Here we go. I'm taking you to the promised land. And it's a leadoff double for the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks in Austin King.
Good hit there by King to find the gap there, and good play by Muth to get the ball in, but King's got too much speed, got to second there.
So now Braden Herr, the third baseman, will step up to bat. Again, the Platte Killer Tomatoes. It was Harris tagged out, trying to get home to end the inning, and the Wood Ducks trying to capitalize on momentum.
So what do you think of that play? Would you have held him up at third, or would you just send him?
Would have held him up there.
I personally probably would have held him up too, just because then you got runners that score in 2 runners in scoring position instead of just 1.
The 1-0 popped up to right field, 1 away.
No tag there or not. Off throw
and now an error as a throw over to third is way off a line. So if King would have tagged up, he would have scored. He doesn't. The throw to third is horrendous.
Still gets him to third. There you got to hit your cutoff. I mean, you got to think smart.
And now it's the second error of the ball game on the Platte Killer Tomatoes. Going back to your remarks there, yes, I would have held him up because it's still so early in the game. I don't need a lot of runs here at the moment. We're fine.
Right.
You take it when you can come.
And then you got Beitenbos coming up to bat, who has proven that he can hit. So it's not like he's a liability in the batter's box. Puts the ball in play. Maybe he scores 2 runs and they tie the game up.
So now, as we mentioned, Baker
we get a ball passed and
3-0 on the pass ball. And continue off like, who do you think is going to win tonight? This is not looking good. As now, guys are at each other's throats. Hunter Hewitt has some remarks there to Gant in frustration.
Yeah, and the thing with the catcher is you got to be the field general. You're the quarterback of the field, so to say, in football. You're the quarterback. You got to take control, calm the team down, kind of get them back into playing.
Baker sees the 2-0, pops it up to left field, and this one caught. Muth had to slide back over. That one looked a little bit more.
Kind of looked like he wasn't judging that quite right.
Dangerous than it needed to be. 2 away.
He made that play harder than what it should have been.
Hartford Humboldt plates 2 in the top of the first, and now a run in the top of the third. They lead it 3-0 on 3 hits. They've also capitalized on 2 errors by the Platte Killer Tomatoes.
Now we got Braden Odegaard batting.
We saw this from Hartford Humboldt against Elk Point Colt 45s. Mistakes made by Elk Point, and that's one of the big reasons that Hartford Humboldt was able to win. Pass balls, wild pitches, errors in the game. They just said, we'll take it, and we'll win in the small ball category.
Capitalizing on errors is the key in this level, in any level, but seems like in this tournament, teams that have been capitalizing on errors are the ones that are coming away with the victories.
Odegaard, the 1-2 in this one.
Fouled away, hits the net. Hopefully our ball boy doesn't slip on the grass like the girl did Monday night.
Almost tripped over his own feet there. Excited to get the ball, retrieve that. Big side too.
They don't get any money for that, though.
They don't. All volunteer for them down there. 1-2. This one swing and a miss. And it is also the third out. But the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks to the bottom of the third. That comes up in 60 seconds here on Live Ticket TV.
Are you in need of high-quality lumber for your next project? Looking for top-notch agronomy services to keep your crops thriving? Need a reliable source of propane and fuel for your home or business? Look no further than Tabor Lumber Co-op. Whether you're a seasoned contractor or a DIY enthusiast, Tabor Lumber Co-op has everything you need to get the job done right. And with their competitive prices and top-notch customer service, you'll be glad you chose Tabor Lumber Co-op for all your lumber, propane, and agronomy services.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
The right nutrition, animal health, and record management is key to having a profitable cattle program. That's why you want to work with the people at Farmco, who will take the time to learn your operation and help you grow your business. We are your full-service agriculture provider of feed, seed, animal health, farm, and ranching equipment built on terrific service. Get to know Farmco locally owned and serving you in Chamberlain, Platte, Winter, and east of Kimball at the Paragon. Visit us online at farmcosd.com. Farmco, feeding your future.
Biting Boss will lead things off as we enter the bottom of the third inning. It's brought to you by the Canova Service Center, fencing, lumberyard, hardware, oil changes, small engine repair, gas and diesel, convenience store, and more. Canova Service Center is proud to support the Canova Gang and all the teams at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament. The Gang are still in it, defending their state title from a year ago. They take on Del Rapids PBR. Maybe not the Del Rapids team you'd think that'd make it this far. Team that kind of finished right middle, PBR. But again, it's not about how you start. It's about how you put it together and how you finish.
And again, a lot of these games have been kind of familiar foes, Canova and Del Rapids PBR being in the same conference or same league, as Biting Boss lines one over to the right field. First baseman catches it for the first out.
One away.
I believe Canova and Del Rapids PBR split in the season, regular season. So it's kind of a toss-up in that game.
Muth will now step up to bat. Both are pretty good teams as well.
A lot of history on both teams.
That game coming up at 5:30 tomorrow. I know it's going to be another packed house at Cadwell Park. Again, if you can't make it to Cadwell Park, you can catch it right here on Live Ticket TV. And then after that, Winter Cologne takes on Garrettson. Again, Muth is up to bat and for a called strike.
Got a 1-1 count now.
The 1-1 pitch, this one popped up 1-2. Hartford Humboldt beat Menno Mad Frogs in the first round and then beat Outpoint 8-5 to get to where we're at tonight. Platte defeated Del Rapids Mudcats 1-0 and then got a walk-off homer in the bottom of the 10th, 3-2 over Alexandria to get to this moment where we're at. Winner will take on Dimmick Emery Raptors, who got the victory 10-7 over Larchwood in earlier action.
You know, like I said earlier, how Humboldt Hartford is playing with house money. You could kind of say the same for Platte right now, playing two powerhouse teams in the Mudcats and the Angels, beating them both in a kind of untimely fashion for them. But we'll see how tonight goes for the Majors. Muth takes ball 4 and takes the walk, putting a runner on first with 1 out for the Tomatoes, bringing up the leadoff hitter, third baseman, number 9, Sheldon Gant.
Fans, I also mentioned, don't forget, I said 2 games tomorrow night, but there's actually 5 games tomorrow on Live Ticket TV as Class A enters into the chat. And they'll be playing over at Drake Field beginning at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So we'll have all the coverage for you for both the Drake Field and here at Cadwell Park. It's going to be a lot of fun, so 5 games, again, coming up tomorrow, 1, 3, and 5:30.
Be a full day for you tomorrow, huh?
We're not going to tell anybody I'm not going to be here tomorrow. It will be a full day on the opposite side. The day job aspect will keep me busy. I will take tomorrow evening off, just to help me kind of get prepared for the weekend, which I know will be a full-time weekend. I don't stop on the weekends either than baseball.
Filled with good baseball.
Yep. The 1-2, this one in for called strike number 3. And now there is another strikeout here in the ball game. That's strikeout number 4 for Larson. Third strikeout for Larson in the ball game.
Good curveball there. Got Gant looking. Now we got Mason Townsend, the first baseman, batting.
Townsend, 0 for 1 here in the ball game. His last 6 at-bats, he has not gotten a hit.
He is due for one here.
And the runner's going to take off.
And it's fouled away. Muth has to go back to first.
I believe a hit and run signal that was missed there. Or I should say,
a steal that was maybe missed.
I apologize. Said in the wrong order there.
We'll see if Townsend can capitalize and put a ball into play. Anything in the outfield will get Muth over to third. He's got some speed over at first.
The 0-1 fouled off, and the count will now go to 0-2. Again, Mason Townsend. He's been around the block as well. He's played for some other teams throughout his playing careers, including another team that will be playing here tomorrow. The Yankton Tappers are back into the State A tournament here at Drake Field coming up. It's been a couple years with the Yankton Tappers. And now the steal from Muth. Good throw over to second. No. They say safe at second base. I thought.
Good slide there by Muth. Let's see it on instant replay here.
I thought he was out. But it's not up to me who makes the decision.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Hurd did slip, and when he slipped, I think it might have allowed Muth to get in there. 1-2.
Fouled away. Back to the backstop for Townsend. He's got to win the battle here. Can't leave them guys in scoring position every inning.
Townsend steps out of the batter's box and now digs back in. 1-2, this one inside. 2-2 the count as Townsend is being patient. Larson's now up to 50 pitches in the bottom of the third. It's not bad, but it's starting to get high.
In Legion and that area would matter because they do pitch count. Here they don't do pitch count, but like you said, it's fatigue more than anything.
Yes, yep.
Oh, Townsend got hit. He will take his way down to first. Muth has to go back to second. Now we'll have the wily veteran Hayden Kuiper coming up to bat for the Tomatoes. I say wily veteran, but yet he's still younger than me, so that makes me really feel old.
When we take a look at Kuiper, batting a .270, but let's look more specifically at the RBIs for him, 13. And with runner in scoring position, even runners on first and second, a hit to the corner.
Oh! Good jump there by Muth to get to third base. I think with a good throw there, he would have been out by a long ways, but
Vessels certainly has an arm in the catching position to fire around the bases. We've seen that multiple times from him now.
in a game like this, though, you got to think he's a Legion player. He might be a little nervous. That might be the time to take advantage of that and make him make the play.
The 1-0 low, 2-0 the count. Again, 13 RBIs on the season for Kuiper. And with 2 outs, a ball in play scores at least 1.
Tomatoes just got to be patient and find their pitch and put it in play.
And this one.
Well, I guess that can call that a hit, but not the way he wanted to get on base.
Check it out on the instant replay. But more specifically, this is all happening now with 2 outs. Larson is just a pitch away from getting out of the inning, and somehow he has dug himself into a heap of trouble right off the big hip there.
Right off the left hip. Now we'll have boom or doom, however you want to say it. Right now he needs to be boom.
To bring the doom to Hartford Humboldt. Bases loaded for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. Only 1 hit for Platte in the ball game.
Kind of been a sloppy game. There's 3 errors in the first 3 innings. It's just been kind of uncharacteristic for both teams.
Doom 0 for 1. Taking a look at Doom. 7 RBIs for him on the season. Swing at the first one.
Big hack on that first cut or first pitch. I think Doom was looking to drive in all 4 runs there.
We've seen a couple grand slams so far at this state tournament. I believe both of them have been slightly wind-aided.
Well, I will say that home run of Hunter's on Monday night, that wasn't wind-aided.
No, that was not. The 1-1. It's been 3 grand slams. I missed one then.
No way.
That clearly, yeah, that's you're absolutely right. 2-1, bases loaded, 2 outs. And this one, swing and a miss.
Another good cut there by Doom, just above it. Got a 2-2 count now to Doom.
So Larson taking his time on the bump. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd. And now Doom's going to step out. So trying to make the drama last a bit longer. The 2-2. This one, swing and a miss. Logan Larson gets his 4th strikeout of the ball game. And the Platte Killer Tomatoes leave the bases loaded and come away with 0. We head to the top of the 4th. That comes up in a moment here on Live Ticket TV.
Agronomy Plus in Mitchell, Rock Creek in Howard, and Valley Station in Armour are your 100% locally owned team of agronomy experts. We offer Agronomy 365, which provides info in real time to make decisions that result in better, more profitable farming. We know you and your operation with service beyond compare. Get a jump on spring planning with Agronomy Plus in Mitchell, Rock Creek in Howard, and Valley Station in Armour. We are ag done right, the American way.
You're committed to building relationships, to exceeding expectations, to serving your community. Choose a financial partner that shares your vision and your values. For 130 years, we've stood by South Dakotans. We've been there, we'll be there. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West, member FDIC.
C&B is proud to support our local farmers. Rooted in agriculture, we are committed to our customers. You can shop local with C&B, your John Deere dealer, providing you with new and used equipment, parts on hand, and service all year round. Our entire inventory is available to you online at DeereEquipment.com. C&B, proud to be your local John Deere dealer.
Back here at Castle, talking grand slams during the break. Back here at Cadwell Park, where were the 3 grand slams? We saw one in the Castlewood Tabor game. Also saw one during the Crofton Four Corners game. And then on Tuesday, I guess when I was at soccer, Canova and Kimball White Lake had a grand slam in that game.
Gant starts off 1-0 count. Second pitch fouled away. Evens count 1-1 now.
Brody Hurd, the shortstop, up in the ball game, does have an error against him tonight. The only error committed on the Wood Ducks.
For a quarterfinal game, there's been way too many errors and just kind of sloppy play this game. They both need to kind of clean it up and make it a more efficient game for both teams.
Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Let's see, her, Adrian, and Nelson all up to bat in the top of the 4th for the Wood Ducks.
I always like as an umpire when batter swings at a pitch that might not have been a strike, and then he looks back and he says, would that have been a strike if I wouldn't have swung? It doesn't matter. You still swung. So I can't answer that. As her grounds out to Hayden Kuiper for the first out.
Take a look on the instant replay.
Takes a nice little cherry tomato hop for him. Nice throw over to Townsend to retire him. Bringing up number 2, Nathan Adrian, the second baseman.
Tonight is Dakota Wesleyan night at Cadwell Park. Live Ticket TV partnered with Dakota Wesleyan to bring you all Tiger Athletics sporting events. It all began this past Tuesday at the Pepsi Field Soccer Complex, where both in an exhibition game, Dakota Wesleyan men and women got victories over Gillette College. A lot more coming up as we enter into the month of September, including volleyball, more soccer, and a lot of eyes getting ready for 6 o'clock, September 7th, where the football team will host Mount Marty University to open up their first home opener.
I didn't know it was Dakota Wesleyan night, and I actually wore my Dakota Wesleyan shirt, so
You blend in right away then. Joe Van Gore has had about 100 people up in the press box tonight, giving out giveaways that Jason Christensen brought in earlier. And a ground ball that's going to find its way up the middle for Adrian. He's 1 of 2 in the ball game. And with 1 out, the Wood Ducks have a runner aboard again.
just one duck on the pond.
Gant has struggled to put batters up and down so far tonight for the Platte Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah, and the defense just isn't looking as sharp as what they have been in the last 2 games that we've been broadcasting. They just need to settle down. I think they're kind of getting ahead of themselves. They just need to relax and just play the game like they know how to and start putting up some runs on offense.
This one right back to where the last ball went. Runners now on first and second as Nelson gets his first base hit of the ball game for the Wood Ducks. Keaton Vessels, the Legion player, will step up.
We'll have a mound visit here quick as manager Todd Strand comes out to talk to Travis Gant.
6 different Legion players are part of the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks. The only one pickup player that we see, Dawson Baker, is also wearing blue, but not the same player at the moment.
I think this mound visit is more to talk to the infield, to tell them what they're going to do, if they're going to bring the infield in, bring the corners in. You almost got to expect Humboldt Hartford to maybe lay down a bunt, but with 1 out, you never know.
Quick conversation on the mound is over with. Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks with 1 out in the top of the 4th could really start to open this one up even more. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Check Days. Mark your calendars for June 19th through the 21st. The 76th annual Tabor Check Days in Tabor, South Dakota. Check food, check music, and check hospitality await you in Tabor. Again, that's coming up next June 19th, 20, and 21st. Ever been to Check Days?
I have not. I hear it's fun, though.
It is a good time. It is a very, very good time.
I have some friends that live down in that area, and they always say, if you want to come down to Check Days, we got a place for you to stay. Well, I don't know. Kind of sounds like a fun time, but a time you might regret, too.
I know you got to go. Enjoy some Check Days. 2-0 the count. 1 out. Runners on first and second.
Here's a 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed by Vessels.
Vessels will step out for a moment as he needs to step back in. He took a big hack that last pitch. 2-1. This one popped up to the right field, and making the far chase for it is Doom. He catches, and the runners will not advance as they do tag up, but again, do not advance. And there's 2 away here in the top of the 4th.
I think Doom had a little bit of deja vu on that one when he caught that. He was going to throw it to third, and last time he threw it to third, it about went over into Drake Field. So he kind of refrained from throwing that one and just walked it in to hold the runners at first and second.
McDonald, the right fielder, and the 9th man in the lineup, will step up to bat. here for the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks, leading 3-0. Again, runners on first and second.
Gant fires the first one in the dirt. Good stop by Hewitt.
A ball to the gaps will score at least one for the Wood Ducks. They would open up their lead even more.
Yeah, but we've seen a lot of good throws from the left fielders in the home, so wouldn't put it past to have a good play at the plate. Called strike one for Gant. Evens count 1-1 now.
Again, 5 games here tomorrow. 3 over at Drake Field. 2, excuse me, I apologize. 3 here at Catwell Park. I apologize.
Just outside, ball 2.
The 2-1 count with 2 outs. This one, a ground ball that will find the gap.
Let's see if they send him home. Let's see if there's a play at the plate. Oh, it would have been a play, but it bounced over Hewitt's head. We got another run coming around, and he will score, putting the score 5-0 in favor of the Wood Ducks on a ground ball to right field with a bounce, with a throw that bounced over Hunter Hewitt's head, scoring 2 runs.
So 5-0. And we're going to see, it looks like a pitching change for the Platte Killer Tomatoes.
Looks like we're going to bring in Dawson Hoffman.
So we'll step aside the pitching change here in just a moment with the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks leading over the Platte Killer Tomatoes. We're back in a moment on Live Ticket TV. Live Ticket TV continues to grow and bring you more sports coverage than ever before. And now, Live Ticket TV is happy to announce their partnership into college athletics with Dakota Wesleyan University. That's right, Tiger Nation. Live Ticket TV and DWU have teamed up to bring you coverage of all home sporting activities for the Tigers. If you'd like to advertise during these sporting events, give Live Ticket TV a call. Dakota Wesleyan University Sports, now on Live Ticket TV.
B&S Services LLC is your locally owned repair service center. We specialize in full-service automotive, semi-trailer and small engine repair, along with tire services. Repair services range from a simple oil change to sharpening mower blades to a more complicated electrical diagnosis. Located at 38058 South Coda Highway 34, look for us on the hill heading west out of town. Phone Cody Barber 605-350-4293 and Arian Schooler 605-770-9398. B&S Services LLC is a proud sponsor of Wessington Springs Spartans Athletic.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes, and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
Hoffman is on the mound for the Platte Killer Tomatoes as he fires this one in with some authority. It's 5-0. The Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks, this Cinderella story, is tearing through the state tournament right now at the moment and tearing through the Platte Killer Tomatoes, as this one was almost dropped by Townsend, as it looked like he tripped and is looking down at the dirt but makes the catch. It's the final out of the inning, but there are 2 runs for the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks. They lead it 5-0 as we enter the bottom of the 4th. That comes up in 60 seconds on Live Ticket TV.
You are a dynamite contractor. Your younger brother Gary is a slightly less dynamite contractor, but together you make Mom proud. Look at you two. And look at your crew. Brenda, the calculator Cutler, Bill, the drill Robinson, and then there's the new guy. New guy struggles with stairs, and that'll cost you. Lucky for you, you have IMT Business Insurance. Learn more at imtins.com. Be worry-free with IMT.
Advanced Sunflower is your locally owned and operated sunflower processing company that buys all types of sunflowers for the edible and bird food industries. They market sunflowers domestically and internationally, so they have a wide range of options to get you the best price for your sunflowers. Most advanced sunflower contracts have an Act of God clause, so you don't have to worry if Mother Nature takes a toll on your crop. Give Jared or Danny a call to get you the most profit out of your sunflowers.
A credit card that fits your lifestyle and saves you money. Why would you settle for anything less? A Dakota Land Federal Credit Union Visa will earn travel rewards, 1% cash back, and 9.90% annual percentage rate, the right rate. And all the right features puts you right where you want to be. Stop by any convenient branch location or check us out online at DakotaLandFCU.com. Dakota Land, federally insured by NCUA.
Hunter Hewitt shakes the gear of ignorance and will step up to bat to lead things off for the Platte Killer Tomatoes, who are looking for offense and are looking for anything at the moment, as one is in foul territory and it's going to be just missed out on catching just beyond the RK of Cadwell Park, printed into the grass.
I feel like this should be a big inning for the Tomatoes, having the 5, 6, 7 hitters up who are pretty consistent hitters, and Hewitt, Harris, and Sternberg. They need to get some offense going here if they want to get back into this game.
Hewitt watches this one come on in. In for ball. 1-1 the count. The 1-1. Low into the dirt. 2-1 the count. Fans, you can check out the bottom of the screen there for all the games that have concluded throughout this state tournament. As it's crazy, I think just over a week ago we got this tournament started, and just as soon as it got started, it's already coming quickly to an end. We say goodbye to everybody on Sunday afternoon, but not before we crown a couple state champions along the way, including last year's champions in Class B. The Canova gang still in the dance. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Hewitt pops this one foul territory. The Wood Ducks have given chase all night long, and they're going to miss out on another one, but they have shown their hustle, and you can see it there on your TV screen. They're hustled so hard they disappeared.
3 guys went over for that ball. Second baseman, right fielder, and first baseman.
No, I agree with you, Spencer. The camera runs out of space eventually. You can only turn so much before it runs into a beam. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Hewitt, the 2-2, slaps this one down. Over to third, glove, throw to first, 1 away.
Her's having a pretty good game over at third compared to the last game we saw of him. Him and his brother made a couple costly errors at short and third, but they prevailed in the end by still beating Elk Point.
So now we see Jeff Harris that will step up to bat. Jeff Harris was tagged out trying to get home his last time on the bases. 5-0. Wood Ducks lead over the Killer Tomatoes. The 1-0 fired in, and this is going to be 2 hops over to sec, stumble, throw to first.
Oh, good hustle there by Harris to beat out the throw. Not very often you see a throw or a ball hit to the second baseman that you beat out, but Harris showed his quickness and beat the throw out. So we'll have a runner on first now with 1 out, and shortstop number 7, Richard Sternberg, coming up to bat.
Richard Sternberg trying to get some offense moving for the Platte Killer Tomatoes.
By looking at Harris, you wouldn't think he was a 35-year-old baseball player. He showed some youth there. Sternberg first pitch, swing and miss, or hit down third baseline. And we got a 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. Great play there by Braden Herr. Like I said, that last game he had a couple errors that cost him, but he's shown the glove tonight. After 4 complete, it is Humboldt Hartford Wood Ducks 5, Killer Tomatoes 0.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Burke Livestock Auction is a family-owned livestock marketing center in Burke, South Dakota. We are located in south central part of the state. Cattle sales are held weekly on Saturdays, with approximately 65,000 of south central South Dakota and north central Nebraska's finest feeder and breeding cattle marketed annually. Mark your calendar for our September 21st fall calf and yearling sale. Sale starts at 9:30 with lunch to start at 11. Burke Livestock is a proud supporter of state amateur baseball.
When it comes to sports bars, the Sports Center in Larchwood, Iowa has put themselves above the rest. They open bright and early, 7 a.m. on weekdays and 10 a.m. on weekends, so you can start your day off right with them. And speaking of starting your day off right, they have daily food specials that will have your taste buds jumping for joy. The best flatbread pizza in the area, top-notch burgers, and don't worry, they have the best salads as well. The Sports Center in Larchwood. If you haven't tried it yet, put it down as your next destination.
That's a pretty efficient.
Hoffman is on as we get back into the broadcast here, top of the 5th. Talk about Hoffman there, comes on and throws just a third of an inning so far. Gant, 3 2/3 inning complete before he was removed from the game. Gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, and struck out 2. Here we go as we're back underway for the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks. They lead it 5-0. As we start the top of the 5th inning. It's the 1-0, low, 2-0 the count.
Hoffman's a young player. This is only his first year of amateurs. So you'll be hearing that name a lot in the future.
By the way, Braden Herr, the third baseman, is up to bat. We'll also see Dawson Baker and Braden Odegaard all step up to bat in this inning for the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks. Get a chance to play Dimmick Emery coming up tomorrow. On Saturday. Ground ball over to first, and there is 1 away.
Good hustle there by her.
As now stepping up to bat will be Dawson Baker, the left fielder. Again, keeping our eyes on Hoffman as throwing 6 pitches and looking comfortable and throwing plenty of heat, are ready to start. Gets Baker a chase after the very first pitch. Again, fans, when you purchase your pass, watch these games here on Live Ticket TV. All that money goes back directly to the South Dakota Amateur Baseball Association, and we appreciate your support.
Outside ball 1-1-1 count now.
Baker, by the way, 0 for 1 in the ball game. It's going to be a ground ball over to Sternberg. The shortstop throws to first. It's a little off the target. Made Townsend stretch more than he probably needed to, but it's out number 2.
Tell you what, making that stretch at first base is about as hard as catching. You don't want to do it, and it's tough to do, but Townsend made it look easy on that play.
The 5th inning is brought to you by Agronomy Plus, offering Agronomy 365, which gives live information which results in more profitable return in crops for you. 3 locations across the Mitchell area, and a proud supporter of the State Am Baseball Tournament at Cadwell Park.
Coming up to bat is number 28, Braden Odegaard, the first baseman. Swing on and fouled away for the first strike.
And quickly, Hoffman has himself up in the count 0-2.
Oh, it is 0-2.
Hoffman sets,
fires, and this one popped up in the air. It is in foul territory. Townsend will give chase, but it's going to run out of real estate as kid, and it looks like no, that is a kid. I thought that might have been a kid and adult. We're trying to fight for the ball there. The adults can technically get foul balls if they want to and turn it in. They can buy you a beer or so. $3 tonight here at Cadwell Park.
There's a mile of foul ground, but he needed about a mile and a half.
So now stepping out, Odegaard as he steps back into the batter's box. The 0-2, and this one swing and a miss.
Good inning there by the Tomatoes to give up no runs, but Humboldt Hartford still has the 5-0 advantage on the Tomatoes.
First strikeout for Hoffman of the ball game. We head to the bottom of the fifth. That comes up here in a moment on Live Ticket TV.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for the everyday things you need to take care of around the house. The squeaky hinges and burned out bulbs. The toilets that run and faucets that don't. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It'd be just the right size. It would be an Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Welcome to the home convenience store.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
What started out to be a small community celebration has grown into an attraction that draws literally thousands of people each year. Mark your calendars for June 19th, 20th, and 21st, 2025 for the 75th Annual Tabor Check Days in Tabor, South Dakota. Check food, check music, and check hospitality await you in Tabor. Check Days is sponsored by the Tabor Chamber of Commerce and proudly supports the Tabor Bluebirds and Bonhomme High School athletics.
Sun Gold Sports is proud to call Mitchell and Huron home. With over 50 years of experience, we are here for all of your printing needs. Whether it's for your business, school, or personal, we are your one-stop custom shop. Screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, banners, trophies, awards, and so much more. Give Steph a call at 605-770-6829. Sun Gold Sports of Huron and Mitchell. We print t-shirts.
Biting Boss will step up to bat as we begin the bottom of the fifth inning. The Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks. What a team they have been so far in the district tournament. And now here at the state tournament, they lead over Platte Killer Tomatoes. Platte, a lot of the town here trying to get their Killer Tomatoes in this.
Larson pitching a good game so far. 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts already.
The 1-1, and this one's going to be fouled into the ground. 1-2 the count. Tonight's broadcast is also brought to you by James Valley Landscape. Their landscape professionals bring your outdoor vision to life, transferring the exterior of your house or business with low maintenance, high quality plants, and hardscape landscape materials. 1-2 to Biting Boss, trying to get this offense going. This pitch outside. Good take by him not to go chasing out of one of the zone. 72 pitches for Larson in the ball game. You have to imagine that fatigue is going to catch up sometime soon from him.
Yeah, it's probably setting in for a lot of guys. And like you said, he's only pitched in, 5 games this year?
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, not like he doesn't have the experience, but just not – he's not commanding right now. We got a full count now to Biting Boss. Kind of looked like Humboldt Hartford thought it was strike 3, but Biting Boss lines it to center field. Center fielder camps under it, catches it for the first out. Brings up the left fielder, number 1, Seth Muth, the pickup player from the Parkston Devil Rays.
I will say this, too, about Logan Larson. I'm kind of maybe bad-mouthing him right now because he was there against the Coleman A's where he went the distance and also against the Meadow Mad Frogs where he went the distance, including on August 1st through 171 pitches, and then a week ago through 145 pitches. So I say fatigue setting in, but for him, he's not even halfway through the ball game or at least halfway through his pitches that he can throw.
That sounds like 1 inning for what he's thrown in the games.
Both those games where he's throwing 130 plus both wins. So, if you will, he's more comfortable the more pitches he throws. And as I say that, the 1-0.
Muth grounds to the second baseman, Adrian, and is recorded for the out number 2, bringing up the top of the lineup for the Killer Tomatoes, number 9, Sheldon Gant.
This just hasn't been the same offense, though, you're just so used to seeing from the Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah, they're not putting the ball in play as much, and they're hitting it. They're just hitting it right to the defenders, which is just bad luck for the Tomatoes tonight. Hopefully they find something here. Sheldon looks at a curveball in there for strike 1.
Sheldon Gant 0 for 2 in the ball game. The 0-2 kicks and fires. He wanted to go at that one. Good idea not to because it was just out of the zone, being patient as a batter. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 swing and a miss.
Big cut there by Gant.
1-2 the count.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Larson. Swing and a miss, but it's in the dirt. Goes back by the L on Cadwell. Throw down to first, and Gant will make it there on the air by the catcher.
Looked like it was going to be another strikeout for Larson, which would have been number 5, but Gant is able to get aboard.
Still considered a strikeout, but then it's just an error.
True, yep, strikeout with an error.
Now we got the first baseman, Mason Townsend, up to bat for the Tomatoes.
Townsend also 0 for 2 in the ball game.
First cut fouled back out of play. Larson gets the sign. Fires in the 0-1. Ball a little high. 1-1 to Townsend.
Again, Townsend trying to get aboard, get Gant moved around, find some offense for this Platte Killer Tomato team.
Just inside. Ball 2. 2-1 to count now to Townsend.
Larson up to 82 pitches here in the ball game.
Couldn't ask for a better weather for the night. Townsend fouls it off to the net.
Starting to see the breeze pick up a little bit as well here at Cadwell Park. Trying to cool things off a bit as it's been kind of an overcast day. We saw some sunshine, saw a weather delay at one point in game number 1 here at Cadwell Park as we saw a small rain shower go through, and just as soon as they put the tarps down, the rain stopped. 2-2 the count. Townsend takes this one, and the count is now full. Larson thought he got out of the inning with another strikeout.
That's a good frame job by the catcher. Got a full count now to Townsend. Gant will be on the run or on the move once he goes home.
The 3-2 kicks and fires. This one is outside. Sounds like, hey, got to walk.
I don't think he knew what the count was.
I don't think he did either.
Now we got number 1, the second baseman, Hayden Kuiper, up to bat with runners on first and second and 2 outs.
Big moment for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. The reason I say big moment is just grab some
Get a little momentum back.
Yep.
Yeah, all the momentum's been in Humboldt Hartford's possession all game. Just to get 1 or 2 runs back here would just be big for the Tomatoes, just to get them back into the game and kind of get them relevant again.
That's all what's about. You can't get it all back in one swing here.
Just chip away.
1-0. Vessels has to stay in front of it as it was low that time again. So 2-0 the count. Again, 2 outs. Platte Killer Tomatoes have looked threatening at times with 2 outs on the board, but have never been able to get a run across. The 2-0, this one is going to be a ground ball. Throw to second, the fielder's choice. That one's out, number 3. And once again, for Platte Killer Tomatoes, able to get gentlemen aboard, but not score anybody. And we head to the top of the 6th. Hartford Humboldt leads it 5-0. We're back in 60 seconds on Live Ticket TV.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for the everyday things you need to take care of around the house. The squeaky hinges and burned out bulbs. The toilets that run and faucets that don't. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It'd be just the right size. It would be an Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Prairie Valley Farm Charolais is located in Platte. Since 1980, David has worked with his father, family, and hired men to provide bulls with the best health, management, selection, and genetics to produce a quality product to meet the customer's needs. Mark your calendar for their annual bull sale on the second Saturday of April. Check out their website at pvfcharolais.com or give David Mason a call for more information. Prairie Valley Farm Charolais is a proud supporter of all Black Panther school activities. Remember, U.S. beef, it's what's for dinner. Located in the heart of Mitchell, Blarney's is your one stop for mouth-watering food, refreshing drinks, and your latest sports action. Fans, it's state amateur baseball time, and Blarney's is your pre- and post-game destination. Whether you're finishing up the early game and need a spot to eat for lunch or celebrating a late-night victory, stop in at Blarney's and keep the party going with cold, refreshing drinks. Blarney's Sports Bar and Grill, a proud supporter of the state amateur baseball tournament.
Back at Cantwell Park as we see action immediately on the very first pitch as Herr is going to put this one out into center field. Brody Herr, that is, the shortstop. And there is one away. As we have seen a good job from Hoffman in relief action so far. It took him a moment to get settled in this game. But since doing so, he's looked very, very impressive. Working quickly as well for the Killer Tomatoes. As now we see Nathan Adrian, who's 1 for 2 in the ball game, step up to bat.
Sometimes you don't want to be that strikeout pitcher. Sometimes you got to pitch for contact and let your defense work, and that's what Dawson's been doing tonight. Been working for him now as a ground ball hit to Hayden Kuiper thrown to first for the second out. Quick 2 outs here for the Killer Tomatoes in the top half of the 6th inning. Bringing up number 13, Gage Nelson, the designated hitter for the Wood Ducks.
So Nelson, after seeing the first 2 guys go up and down quickly, he swings the first pitch.
They're being aggressive at the plate, though. I kind of like that. They're not letting any pitches go by. Makes for a fun game to watch when you don't look for a walk.
Nelson watches this one, 1-1. Hoffman, by the way, 17 pitches in relief. And again, working quickly and finding outs for his team. Ball. 2-1 the count. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Bank West. Whether you're buying a new home, building your dream home, or updating your home, reworking your finances, our experienced mortgage team is there for you every step of the way at Bank West. 3-1 after a big hack and a miss. Hoffman has dealt 3 straight balls to Nelson here. And the 3-1, this one's low, ball 4. So it looked like he could put 3 up and 3 down. All of a sudden, the Wood Ducks have a runner aboard, if you will, a duck aboard on first. As now stepping up to bat will be the catcher, Keaton Vessels. Keaton Vessels, the Legion player.
0 for 2 tonight.
Shrugs the shoulders, adjusts the jersey. He's ready to go. Quick glance over at first. And now taking off will be Nelson. Good throw over there, and he's going to be caught trying to steal second. Nelson, out number 3. Let's take a look back here on the instant replay.
Good throw down to second by Hewitt. Kind of looked like he had a good jump, but Hewitt made the good throw. And the tag by Hayden Kuiper got him.
Moving to the bottom of the 6th. The Wood Ducks lead over the Killer Tomatoes 5-0. We're back in a moment on Live Ticket TV.
From your innovative attachment solutions provider for over 40 years, MDS Manufacturing. One of a kind, revolutionary, game-changing. MDS doesn't make the loader, MDS makes the loader better.
As the weather warms up, so does our time outside. If you've been putting off your next home project, then Elite Renovations in Platte and Mitchell is ready to help. If you're looking to upgrade or update your roof, siding, windows, doors, and decking, they've got you covered. Interior trim, flooring, cabinets, tile, or drywall, they got the crews. Book a free consultation to discuss your options. Visit their website at elitereno-sd.com to get started with your summer project.
Back here at Cadwell Park. It's 5-0 as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Lesterville Feed and Grain. With 2 convenient locations in Lesterville and Kingsbury, Lesterville Feed and Grain is there to help the local area farmers with any needs they have during the farming season. A proud sponsor of the Lesterville Broncs, a team that made it to the championship game last year, but bounced by the same team that did not allow them to win a championship last year. That team's still in here, the Canova Gang.
Yeah, that was a tough draw for Lesterville to get the Canova Gang in the first round.
First pitch, low and away. Again, Logan Larson started this game, and he is still out there on the mound. For the Platte Killer Tomatoes, we keep talking about trying to find some offense. I'm going to just try to find some hits. Only 2 hits so far here in the ball game.
Yeah, it seems like whenever they get somebody in scoring position, it usually fizzles out to a strikeout or a ground out or pop out, but they got to take advantage of it when they can get guys on base. They got to be a little more aggressive. We'll see if Doom can start it off with the Tomatoes in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Check swing, and he did not go. 2-1 count now to Doom. Larson settles in, finds a pitch. Swung on and hit to left center. Finds a gap right at the 374 mark. Doom's looking to make 3 out of it. And he will get in sliding for a triple for the Tomatoes. Grant Doom with the hit to left center. Maybe we're going to see a little bit of offense here, a little bit of power from the Tomatoes as the hero from Monday night, Hunter Hewitt, comes up to bat.
Big hit there for the Platte Killer Tomatoes.
And aggressive base running there, too. Most guys would probably stop at second, but Doom wanted third, and he took it.
Still a decent crowd here that some have trickled away. But all of a sudden, for the Platte Killer Tomatoes, they have some life in this inning. As again, we move to the bottom of the 6th. It's 5-0. Hartford Humboldt leads it over the Platte Killer Tomatoes, but Doom is in at third base. Again, nobody out. It's just the 3rd hit of the game for the Killer Tomatoes.
Hewitt takes ball outside, 1-1 count now.
Love another Hewitt home run.
Larson's pitching a pretty efficient game, pretty good game here tonight. 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Ball gets past Vessels, but not far enough back for Doom to score. Again, that run really doesn't mean anything right now, so you really don't want to make that out if you don't have to.
95 pitches that Larson is up to in the ball game. Again, he threw just over 140 already in this state tournament a week ago against the Menno Mad Frogs and a 4-2 victory. So he can go. We always talk about pitch count getting high, and when we say that, we talk about the fatigue of the arm. We're not talking about like, oh, he's going to have to come out of the ball game. No, it's just the fatigue of the arm and the wear and tear that's on a body. Now, against the Menno Mad Frogs as well, when we talk about just over 140 pitches, he did win that game. And the count is getting higher and higher, and all of a sudden, runners on the corners.
Maybe seeing a little bit of fatigue here as we get a mound visit here from the manager.
And one other thing I think you got to be thinking about if you're the Wood Ducks is, let's start worst case scenario in this. And if Larson gets himself in a really bad spot right now, are we warming somebody up in the dugout? Or maybe we do see someone come in and play.
Yep. And you don't want to look too far ahead if you're the Humboldt Hartford Wood Ducks, but with a 5-run lead, you're kind of more looking. Oh, they're putting somebody out in the bullpen right now. Humboldt Hartford is.
Yep, that move just made.
But you don't want to look too far ahead, but you still got to think, okay, if we do win this game, we got to look at who we're going to pitch on Saturday. You kind of got to look into the future, but not too far into the future. As they disperse, now we got the left-handed center fielder, Jeff Harris, the pickup player from the Parks and Mudcats, coming up with runners at the corner. We have a pinch runner, or a courtesy runner, for Hunter Hewitt. That's Legion player Joey Foxley.
Harris is 1 for 2 in the ball game, and RBI chance for him.
Low and outside, ball 1 to Harris.
Okay, if we can see who's over there in the bullpen in just a moment, we'll see. We can't tell you who that guy is who's warming up. This one.
In the dirt, ball 2 to Harris.
Nice job by Vessels to stay in front of it. Number 3, that is. That is Preston Riddle, who is over there warming up. He is 0 for 3, according to the program, which means he has pitched. He's got at least that pitching experience. I'm not going to worry about his record right now with the way Hartford Humboldt is playing at the state tournament, but I will say, hey, it might be that time to make a change. We'll see how this continues to go, but the Wood Ducks are also thinking the same thing at the moment.
We had called strike 1 on Harris there. Swing and a miss to Harris. Puts the count full now. Good pitch by Larson to get Harris to swing at that. Full count now, or 2-2. Got a lot of speed at first. I wouldn't be surprised if they maybe move him. Harris ground to the second baseman. Joey looks to break it up. Harris will not get the double play at first, or Humboldt Hartford won't, but that'll score a run, making the score 5-1 now in favor of the Wood Ducks with a runner on first and 1 out, bringing up number 7, shortstop Richard Sternberg.
Great play for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. You will take it on the fielder's choice. The way this game has gone so far this evening, you got to take the runs where you can get them, and it's the first one across the board. And now
maybe it'll build a little momentum for the Tomatoes.
The change and the shift in the force.
Oh, we got
another conversation, not going to the mound.
I feel like they're appealing the play at first. It's kind of what it looks like to me. They're appealing to see if Harris got there in time or not.
Okay. So, again, just because you're watching here on Live Ticket TV, the umps do not have the same advantage that we have with the instant replay. They know nothing about it.
And they will not overturn it. Harris is still safe at first.
It's rare that you see those overturned.
Yeah, unless the first or home plate ump sees the foot come off the base, that's about the only thing you can see.
Okay.
Oh. I guess, yeah, it was a forced play slide rule. He slid head first, and they were just wondering if it was a clean slide or not.
And going back, I have seen earlier this season where a run scored.
Yep.
And then they later on came out and said, we want to appeal it, and it got overturned. And it happened.
Because of the slide rule?
Nope, because they didn't think the guy touched the third base.
Oh.
And they came out and appealed it. It actually turned to be what would have turned a 1-0 game into a 1-1 game with nobody out. ended 1-0. Oh, there was some heat. It was at the Legion level on that one. 2-0, and it was a crazy appeal, and all of a sudden, next thing you knew, it was like, whoa, he didn't touch third? So.
And as an umpire, those are hard to overturn unless they're really blatant. We got a 2-1 count now to Sternberg with 1 runner on and 1 out. Larson in the stretch, fires away. Swing and a miss by Sternberg, evens the count now to 2-2. Again, we have 1 out, 2-2 count to Sternberg with Beitenboss on deck and Harris on first base. Larson fires it in. Sternberg swings and a miss, but he's out because first base is occupied. So there will be 2 outs now with Michael Beitenboss, the designated hitter, coming up to the plate for the Tomatoes. Again, if there was 2 outs, he could have went down, but 1 out, you can't go if first base is occupied.
And Harris is still over there at first base. So again, 5-1 is the score here in the bottom of the 6th. The Killer Tomatoes have gotten a run. And this one, they're dropped one by Vessels. As Steve pick it up again, Harris is not moving a whole lot over there at first. 5-1. Larson now up to 108 pitches in the ball game.
Oh, fouled off the mask of the umpire. They're going to give him a little time to collect his thoughts.
Still is kind of motion and movement over there in the bullpen of what could be happening. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Again, Beitenboss up to bat, the DH. The 1-1 kicks and fires, and this one
breaks in there.
Called strike, 1-2.
He's got a good breaking ball. It's been working good tonight.
The 1-2 with 2 outs. The 1-2 swing and a miss.
No, I think they called foul tip there.
It will be Beitenboss that will stay alive then for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. Making just enough contact. Let's take a look here at the instant replay.
Yeah, he did foul it off.
Oh, yeah. Just from the angle that we have, it's covered up by the ump there, but yeah, certainly the right call. 1-2 now, and this one high. As Larson looks frustrated himself, is that one a little?
Might have got away from him just a little bit on that.
The inning continues on here in the bottom of the 6th.
We'll see if they put Harris on the move here. Well, we got a timeout called by Beitenboss in the box.
Starting to stretch and take even more time. This game is starting to come to a snail's pace all of a sudden. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A 2-2.
Larson fires it in. Ball outside, full count. Harris has a big lead and almost gets backpicked by Vessels, but he makes it back in time. Now we have a full count, so on the pitch, Harris will be taking off. So any ball in play in the infield will be to first base.
It was a real close play as we check it out there on instant replay.
Yeah, he almost got caught in no man's land there. We got a ground ball to the third baseman, Herr. Throw over to first, gets Beitenboss in time. But the Tomatoes do put up 1 run, making the score 5-1 after 6 complete.
The One Stop in Redfield is a friendly, family-owned business. We carry hot stuff, pizza, sandwiches, and more. Before you take a trip, or if you're just out and about, stop by and fuel up with Sinclair gasoline from E30 to E85. Use your Dino app for extra savings and your Pump and Save card for free stuff. Don't forget to visit the automatic car wash for that spotless shine. One Stop in Redfield is a proud supporter of all school sports and activities.
Triatel is a telecommunications company that serves over 10 small communities.
And just because you live in a small community doesn't mean that you can't get good service.
For me, it's really important to be able to work remotely here in the country.
If you live in the Triatel service area and you're looking for a good, reliable, high-speed internet connection, we've served our members for 65 years and we're going to be serving you long into the future.
Hey farmers, don't have the time or the means to haul your corn to market? Contact Derek or Phil at New Gen Energy. They are receiving corn 6 days a week, and every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. is Farmers Only Haul Day. Located in Marion, South Dakota, New Gen Energy also sells distillers and corn oil. Call 605-648-2100 for all your corn needs, and check out their website at newgenmarion.com. That's NUGEN Marion.com.
A better you starts closer to home, with people who understand your way of life and belong to your community. Primary care providers at Horizon Health know you and know how to help you stay well. We're here to keep you healthy and care for you through every stage of life, so you can keep doing what you love and make every day a better one. Schedule an appointment at horizonhealthcare.org.
And we are back live at Cadwell Park for the top of the 7th inning as the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks bring up number 22, Keaton Vessels, the catcher. Dawson Hoffman fires back. Swing and a miss for strike one to Vessels. Hoffman pitching a pretty efficient game tonight, or pretty good game so far, going 2 1/3. 1 walk, 1 strikeout on 22 pitches as he gets Vessels to pop out to the first baseman Townsend for the first out. Bringing up number 4, Camden McDonald, the right fielder for the Wood Ducks. McDonald takes strike one. McDonald 1 for 2 on the day. Ball in the dirt. Evens count to 1-1 for Hoffman to McDonald. Dawson fires back. Swing and hit up the middle, off the glove of Hoffman, off the glove of Kuiper to Sternberg for a single. For McDonald, he will be 2 for 3 now on the day, bringing up the top of the lineup, the center fielder, Austin King. King settles in. Hoffman gets a sign. Here's the pitch. In there for ball. Oh, and we have a throw way over Hayden Kuiper into center field. And McDonald will get into second easily on the aired throw by the catcher. We have ball 1 to King. I don't know what happened on that throw, but it was not even close to second base. King steps out. Looks like they need to get a new ball. That was quite the throw to center field.
Sorry, Tyler, I'm back once again.
No, you're fine. We got a 1-0 count now to King. Hoffman throws it in there, called strike one. 1-1 count now. We got a runner on second. That's McDonald with 1 out. And we have a line drive right up the middle. Should score a run. No play at the plate. bringing the score 6-1 in favor of the Wood Ducks in the top half of the 7th inning.
How about the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks? They come out after the Platte Killer Tomatoes able to play a run in the bottom of the 6th, and they do a great job of answering right back and adding a run of their own here in the top of the 7th. And then, again, just we thought maybe Tyler momentum starting to shift a little bit towards the Platte Killer Tomatoes. The Wood Ducks slam that door and say, we're still in this game.
Yep, Wood Ducks really take control of that game and take control of the momentum. We have a courtesy runner in now for it'd be a pinch runner for Austin King. Don't know who that is. I think it's a Legion player. I can't see the number.
Camera was a little blurry
Number
there.
4 for the Legion.
Got focus them sometimes.
That is Orlando Whiting, the pinch runner. We got a pop fly to center field. Harris looks like he's camping under it. He will make the catch for the second out.
This is the second time now we've seen a Parkston player make a catch, but it almost looks like they're going to make a mess of it.
Yeah, they just don't look like they're judging it right, making it harder than what it should be.
Saw him move through that earlier in the 3rd inning where he caught it, but again, it looked like the way he reached out and grabbed it. It was like, oh, I don't know if he's going to actually get this or not.
Didn't look like a comfortable catch. Now we got a pickoff attempt over to first. He's safe. And we got Dawson Baker up. Dawson versus Dawson right now. Baker 0 for 2 today.
Yeah. He was taking that first pitch all the way. He had no intentions whatsoever of swinging.
Yeah, that bat wasn't even close to even coming off his shoulder.
Told him you take the first pitch, and he said, okie dokie.
I'll throw it right down Broadway for you. Now we got an 0-1 count now to Baker. Hoffman fires it in. Line drive right up to center. Harris can't get to it. It gets past him. That'll score 1 run. Baker will stop at second, bringing the score 7-1 now in favor of the Wood Ducks.
And a double out into center, and Hartford Humboldt plates 2. Now all of a sudden the top of the 7th, and they extend to their biggest lead of the game.
Tough play by the center fielder there. Made a good effort, but just couldn't get to it in time. Bringing up the first baseman, number 28, Braden Odegaard. Odegaard is 1 for 3 on the day for the Wood Ducks. Hoffman comes set, fires it in. Big swing by Odegaard. Missed, but strike 1. Again, Hoffman not pitching a bad game. 33 pitches is all he's had in 3 innings. They're just putting the ball in play and coming away with runs when they need it.
And on the opposite side, Logan Larson has just been lights out. And again, we have seen warm up also.
A little bit of action.
I don't want you to get too crazy on me right now, but your nephew is warming up at the moment.
Oh, Lord.
Strikeout to end the inning, 7-1. The Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks put another 2 in the top of the 7th. We head to the 7th inning stretch. The bottom of the 7th comes up in a moment on Live Ticket TV.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
It might be time for you to strongly consider leasing bulls from Jorgensen Land and Cattle. Here's Cody.
Well, it's a really good option to acquire some excellent genetics for an affordable price. It's become really popular. When you first hear about lease bulls, sometimes it may frighten a person. So this is a different ballgame. You know, there's a genetic program behind these bulls. These are bulls that have a genetic program and really are designed genetically to very nice calves.
Call 1-800-548-BULL.
At Lesterville Feed and Grain, they pride themselves on offering top-notch products at competitive prices. Whether you're looking for feed for your livestock or grains for your crops, they have you covered. And with their market bids, you can rest easy knowing you're getting the best deal possible. But it's not just about the products, it's about the service. Their knowledgeable staff is there to help answer any questions you may have and provide expert advice to help you succeed in your farming endeavors.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
Dr. Kelly Tobin and staff at Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic are proud supporters of high school athletics. When it comes to large and small animal health, look to Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic. They understand how important your livestock is to you and will give you service that you can depend on. Call 539-1040. That's 539-1040. Rolling Hills is located on Dakota Avenue, across from Farm Bureau in Wessington Springs. Rolling Hills Veterinary Clinic.
At Cadwell Park, the 7th inning stretch was also Military Appreciation Night. Again, I want to give a huge shout out to our military veterans, all the men and women out there. Thank you for all your service in keeping this country safe day in and day out. We began the bottom of the 7th. The Platte Killer Tomatoes entered in this inning, trailing by 4, and said, all right, we got some momentum. Let's get some things going. And the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks answered back with 2 runs in the top of this inning. And now Seth Muth, a Parkston pickup player, is going to have to try to spark some more offense. And a Platte team he did not play for. So he's the leadoff batter. We'll see Seth Muth and then Tyler Sheldon Gant, Mason Townsend, Hayden Kuiper waiting in the wings. It's the top of your lineup. If you're the Platte Killer Tomatoes, offense, offense, offense. Now is the time before it's too late.
Should be feeling pretty confident right now with your 9-1-2 hitters. Obviously not hitting good tonight, but they have the firepower to get back in this game. Obviously 6 runs is hard to come back from, but we've seen a lot stranger stuff happen in this tournament.
We'll continue to keep our eyes on Larson as well, as now it's a 3-1 count. Looks like he's losing command of his pitch that we saw him have great talent with earlier. There has been someone warming up in the bullpen over there in the bottom of 6. That motion has been made once again. I feel like with the walk here, Tyler, he might be giving one more batter.
We got a little aggressiveness here by Muth. He was looking at maybe going to second because the catcher just kind of sat back and let the ball go past.
Check it out here again. Here's ball 4, and then loses the ball, and it says, hey, hand me a ball, and the ump says, you got to take it.
You got to get that ball. It's still a live ball.
And I think that's actually Vessel's not realizing the situation and still being a Legion player saying, oh, we still play baseball. Picked it up, though, quickly. And
that was pretty heads up for Muth, though. Now we got the top of the lineup, Sheldon Gant coming up to bat.
But going back to that, I think this is, if Gant gets aboard here,
this might be the last batter that Larson sees if Gant does get on board. Again, it's not like Larson's pitching bad, but, he has thrown 120 pitches so far. Fatigue sets in. You kind of want to get a new batter in or a new pitcher in, show him something different.
1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out.
I think Gant was taking that first strike all the way. Larson comes set with the 1-1 pitch, fires it in there. Called strike 2 to Sheldon Gant.
Vessel's looked over to first once again to maybe get the quick out at first.
There's a 1-2 pitch. Gant fouls it off to the backstop, off the net. Staying alive on that.
Shout out to Brock Greenfield helping us out with all the broadcast as well, the official scorekeeper of the state tournament. So if he's not broadcasting the game, he's also keeping track of the score throughout the state tournament.
Gant lines one down the left field line, hooking foul.
Would you say even when he's eating peanuts? Yeah, that's what I said. Yep. I say, yeah, he's doing it all. Absolutely. And eating peanuts at the same time. Does enjoy some salted peanuts. I did see Spencer Bewley, though. While all the guys were eating peanuts up here, he grabbed a bag of pistachios out of his bag. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner on first base, and this one going to be fouled.
That was really close to a fair ball.
No instant replay here, so we're not quite for sure.
Yeah, it looked really close. Ump's call is the ump's call, though. That's Larson will come set for the 1-2 count to Sheldon Gant. Muth on first base after drawing the leadoff walk. Gant will hit a little dribbler to the first baseman. He mishandles it, but gets it back in time for the first out.
Close play there by Odegaard at first. He went to go backhand it as he ran up on the glove. The ball sputtered out of there. Again, quick response by Odegaard to run it out at first for the first out. But Muth is able to advance. We talked about last inning, getting into the fielder's choice that brought in a run. You said, hey, we'll take that. That's good. We're happy. But then we saw after those 2 runs in the top of the 7th, if you're Platte, you got to start getting guys aboard without getting in outs.
Yeah, and you can't trade run for run, and that's what they did. Well, a little bit more. They got 1, then Hartford came back in the top half of the 7th and got 2. Yeah, now would be the time for the Tomatoes to show a little firepower on offense, getting a guy in scoring position. Townsend looks at strike 2, being down quickly, 0-2 now.
Nice job of just painting the corner there.
I feel like we've been seeing a lot of pitchers painting that outside corner. If the umps are giving it to them, take it. 0-2 to Townsend. Breaks inside, ball 1. 1-2 now to Townsend. Again, warming up in the bullpen for the Killer Tomatoes is Legion player Caden Overbrockling.
1-2. Townsend's taking 2 walks. Fouls this one off. Townsend, the big batter. You'd love to see him put a ball in the play and make something happen offensively.
Yeah, I think he would love to see something in play, too. He's kind of been struggling the last 2 games. Just to kind of build his confidence up a little bit, too.
Or this could be the end of his state tournament, at least
at
the plate here. 1-2, this one ball. Again, want to go back to the bullpen. We have stopped seeing the warm-up pitches for a moment. Again, it makes me think that Larson's on a very short leash here. A hit could end his night.
Yeah, you wonder how long they want to keep him in case they would happen to win this game. Townsend bloops one into left field. Left fielder lets it drop.
The way we saw that one from up here, it looked like Nelson, the left fielder, could have either caught up to it or dove, at least the attempt to dive, but he just kind of stopped there.
I feel like in that situation when you're up by 6 runs, you be aggressive. You dive for it because 1 run really isn't going to make or break the inning for you.
Or it gets you 1 out closer to ending it.
Exactly.
But instead, not worst case scenario by any means, but runners on the corners.
And you got Hayden Kuiper up now. 0 for 2 on the night for Kuiper. He will bloop one right into second. And that's and safe at first, no turn. Odegaard was not happy with that call, but I feel like they made the right call. I think he was safe at first.
So on the fielder's choice, out at second, another run scores. Oh, it is a bang-bang play right there at first.
I feel like the ump made the right call. I think the first baseman pulled his foot off.
Again, it scores a run for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. It's now 7-2 with 2 outs and a runner aboard at first base.
I think we're going to look for another appeal here.
Okay, check out the instant replay again. Why this?
We'll have the instant replay here. It looked like the first baseman pulled his foot off. Yeah, he was safe.
Oh, man, it is good.
It was bang, but I think the ump made the right call there. Now we have...
See, I agree with you, Spencer. I thought it was after he caught it that his foot came off. But, again, it doesn't matter.
The ump's call is the ump's call.
That's right.
I said that Monday. I will never argue with an umpire unless it's me. I argue with myself a lot.
Grant Doom, the right fielder, now up to bat. And again, on the last play, it does score a run for the Killer Tomatoes, making it 7-2. Back-to-back innings that they have put a stick on the board.
Doom's due for a hit here just to kind of build his confidence up a little bit. Oh, we got a ball past Vessels. Kuiper will trot down to second. Hard 90 for Kuiper.
Doom, by the way, 1 of 3 in this ball game tonight.
He had that really good triple to put the Tomatoes on the board in the 6th.
Larson, by the way, up to 135 pitches. Saw him throw 146 a week ago against the Menno Mad Frogs.
He's still about at that 50% strike rate, which is kind of what you want, but you got to think 135 pitches in 7 innings. That's a lot. Vessels lets another one get past him. Grant Doom will walk down to first, and Hayden Kuiper will make it over to third. With 2 outs, now we have Hunter Hewitt, hero from Game 2, coming up to bat for the Tomatoes.
Another home run here. Makes it all of a sudden a 2-run game.
Makes it a game.
Here we go. Let's see what Hunter can do.
Even a ball in the gap would score 1, maybe 2. Larson gets a sign, fires it in there. Strike 1 called to Hewitt.
Hewitt, by the way, 247 batting average, 356% on base. 17 RBIs for him on the season. Does have 3 home runs.
Low and outside for ball 1 to Hewitt. Evens count 1-1. Larson fires a 1-1 in. Shooting the knees. Called strike 2. 1-2 count now to Hewitt.
Hewitt trying to keep this inning alive. Logan Larson trying to finish it off. This one fires in, and it's foul back into the netting, and they'll reset and do it again as Hunter Hewitt keeps the Platte Killer Tomatoes alive in this 7th inning. Step out for a moment, now steps back in.
Kind of regain himself and get composed into there.
And this one, a shot down the third base line. And
fouled out of play.
Fans, don't forget 5 games tomorrow right here on Live Ticket TV, including a couple games over at Drake Field, 3 games here at Cadwell Park. We'll have all the coverage for you as Class A comes over to Mitchell to finish off the state tournament. Championship Sunday. Semifinal Saturday. 1-2, this one, ground ball over to third. Glove, long distance to first, and there is the final out.
Good play there by her to make the throw over to first to get the third out. Platte Killer Tomatoes put up 1 run in the bottom half of the 7th, making the score 7-2 in favor of the Wood Ducks.
Being a part of a community means sharing the history and future of the people all around you. For 115 years, First Fidelity Bank has been doing just that, helping you get the most out of life by providing the services and tools you need, the conveniences and technology you want, and the friendly faces you expect. So you get everything you need right here in the place you call home. Now and for many years to come. First Fidelity Bank.
The heart of farming season is coming up, and Caton International is your HIH dealer in Crofton, Nebraska. Caton International offers top-notch parts and service to keep your equipment running smoothly all season long. Their team of experts is there to help with any maintenance or repairs you may need, so you can focus on what you do best, farming. And don't forget to check out their website for the latest deals and promotions. Whether you're in the market for a new piece of equipment or just need some replacement parts, Caton International has you covered.
We travel in packs. Fearless first-timers and go-getters. Sightseers and mudslingers. Trail conquerors and adrenaline junkies. We believe great rides deserve great company. And wherever the ride takes us, there's always room for one more.
Experience the enduring legacy of Castlewood Farms Elevator, a farmer-owned cooperative that has served the ag community for more than a century. Dedicated to enhancing efficiency and offering superior services, they provide a comprehensive range of crop nutrition, protection products, commercial fertilizer, and livestock feed. Visit CastlewoodElevator.com or give them a call today. Your ultimate destination for agriculture needs is Castlewood Farmers Elevator.
At Kenwood Park, as we enter the 8th inning, the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks, the Cinderella team of this state tournament. You looked at the brackets and you said, all right, there's some teams that can make a run at it, there's some teams that won't last long, and you circled Hartford Humboldt on that list and said they'll be out first round. Well, maybe they could beat Meadow, but after that, the story will come to an end, and it has been anything but. They are able to win the first round against the Meadow Mad Frogs, and from there, able to beat Elk Point 8-5. All right, now it's going to come to an end. Way too good of a Platte Killer Tomatoes team. Have you seen what Platte has done so far in this tournament? Might even see a mercy rule tonight. Well, for Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks, they have done enough in this game to win. Now it's all about holding out and trying to add more to their lead, leading it by 5. I'm not quite for sure here at the moment what's taking so long, why this inning.
Well, it almost looked like they were doing defensive changes, but there were no defensive changes for the Tomatoes. So, yeah, I don't know.
There's also 4 people over the bullpen right now for the Wood Ducks.
You know, if you're the Wood Ducks right now, you're counting 6 outs. If you're the Tomatoes, you're looking at 5 runs. So, different aspects for both teams.
Her fouls this one off, 0-2. And we talk about 5 runs at the moment. I would say for the Wood Ducks, that has to be comfortable. However, we did see a Final Four team, Dimmick Emery.
Yep.
That was down by 5. Down in the bottom of the ninth, it looked like tournament was over. Looks like Castlewood was going to take on Larchwood. And then all of a sudden, we saw that crazy comeback. So Platte Killer Tomatoes are not out of it by any means. And again, they're one of those teams that can go get runs in a hurry, and they can find a lot of offense, a lot of great bats with this Killer Tomatoes team. So the only thing is, they just haven't done it so far.
No, it's been too few and far between. They haven't really put something together to make it work. Another thing, do you see Larson in the top half of the 8th inning or bottom half of the 8th inning pitching, or do you see him go to the bullpen?
I would say they got to be done. I would trust in my bullpen. I'm asking, as you said already.
Just 6 outs. That's all you need is just them 6 outs. As we see a slow roller to Kuiper at second, he will throw it over to Townsend to first for the first out.
And I would keep this on a rotation. I would do it just like they do in MLB, if you will. Bring on a guy, and if it
matchup for matchup,
not even maybe matchup for matchup, but if it goes bad quick, all of a sudden,
don't let it escalate.
Yep, a walk and a hit, done. You're done. I don't care. Even if you got out, you're done. I wouldn't just all right, who can come in next? And if it came down to that, matchup for a matchup.
Yep.
And I'd bring my best stuff too. If the guys, if he's going to be a starter here or there, not holding back anything.
Well, it's not like he's going to throw 90 pitches. He's going to throw 2 outs, maybe.
Right now, up to bat is Adrian. He's 1 for 3 in this game. They count 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, top of the 8th.
Hoffman at 44 pitches right now. We got a ground ball to Gant. Nice backhand stop. Throw all the way over across the plate or across the field to Townsend for the second out. Heck of a play there by Sheldon Gant.
A heck of a stretch by Townsend as well.
Yeah, Townsend's not going to have to stretch that out. I think he stretched his hamstring out quite a bit tonight already.
Yeah, and on the instant replay in plenty of time, actually.
Ugh.
So now it will be Nelson.
That just kind of hurt me watching that replay.
Nelson sees the very first pitch. It's out into center field. No, I'm sorry. The way I saw that, I thought I was getting out there.
It did look like it was going to make it out to center field, but
Stick goes to shortstop Sternberg to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 7-2. We're back in a moment on Live Ticket TV.
Discover a piece of Americana at Cohn's Corner, a renowned 1920s rural gas station turned firearm haven in the upper Midwest. Since 2004, their updated store has preserved nostalgia with gas pumps and snacks for travelers alongside a selection of 2,500 firearms. Purchase in-store or through Charlie for global delivery. They buy single guns, entire collections, and offer trades. Whether you're a collector or looking to sell, they've got you covered. Cohn's Corner, proud sponsor of Castlewood Youth Athletics and Events.
At Heartland State Bank, our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
It may seem like the smallest town in South Dakota, so how could it have everything you need when you may find yourself in the middle of nowhere? But at Canova Service Center, whatever you may need in the middle of nowhere, that's where they are. Fencing, lumberyard, hardware, oil changes, tire sales, and repair. Rental equipment, feed bunks, cattle shelters, convenience store, and more. So no, you're not in the middle of nowhere. It's the Canova Service Center.
Back here at Cadwell Park, as the story as we enter the bottom of the 8th inning is Larson is still on the bump. The most he has pitched in a game is 171 pitches against the Coleman A's back on August 1st in a win. Again, going the distance in that game. He is up to 143 pitches, and this type of situation, we're all thinking the same thing up in the broadcast booth. How does this inning go for him? If it goes south quickly, then he's going to be removed quickly. But if he can work his way through it, there's a good chance that he could go the distance for the Wood Ducks.
First pitch to Harris in the dirt, ball 1. Harris takes ball 2 inside. Again, I feel like Platte's just going to play the patient game here and just let Larson work that pitch count up. Maybe it'll get him out of the game and they can get a new pitcher in. Harris sees strike 1 all the way. 2-1 count now to Harris. Harris 1 for 3 on the night.
The 2-1. A nice job by Harris as well. And that's another thing for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. They can see game changer. They have the technology down there in the dugout. Be patient.
Yep. Watch some pitches, kind of get his fatigue built up. Like I said, bring in a new pitcher that hasn't pitched. Maybe it'll... Now we got a full count now.
If your Harris can take a leadoff walk, you'd be happy with that for the Platte Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah, right now the Tomatoes just need any guy on, any way on.
The payoff pitch, this one.
In the dirt, ball 4. Harris will take his place down at first base. Now we'll have the shortstop, number 7, Richard Sternberg, coming up to the plate.
I would make the change here, Tyler.
I would too. I wouldn't mess around. You got somebody warming up in the bullpen. If I was Larson, I would just take my time a little bit, let him throw a little bit more. Like we said, you don't want this to escalate into something bigger. Called strike 1 outside to Sternberg. Vessels kind of looked down to first like he was going to try and back pick Harris, but
Sternberg 0 for 3 in the ball game.
Sternberg falls one behind us, out of play. 0-2 count quick to Sternberg with no outs. I feel like if they can get to the top of the lineup, it might help them, but they need to do something in this inning. They can't go scoreless.
kicks and fires. And this one out into, no, it did not. It looked again like it was going to get out into center field, but it just died as soon as it got
just
past
that
the mound.
Thick air. Now we have the designated hitter, number 75, Michael Beitenboss, coming up to the plate with 1 out. Sternberg a little frustrated in himself on maybe not getting all of the ball.
Maybe it's just my eyes and the way I see it. It's, like I said, coming off.
They look like it's going to be a little further, but, yeah, they just hang there. Beitenboss ground ball. Only play is to first. Herr will make a heck of a stop and a good throw over to Odegaard to get Beitenboss. With 2 outs now, we have Harris at second and the other Parkston pickup player, Seth Muth, coming up to the plate.
I don't like that from Beitenboss. Take a few pitches.
Yeah. Let him kind of get inside his own head there. Now we got Muth coming up to the plate with 2 outs.
So again, runner on second base is Harris. We continue to see Larson out there, 7 2/3 inning complete, 4 hits, 2 runs, walked 6. He struck out 6.
Muth 0 for 1 today.
153 pitches, 85 in the strike zone.
Muth takes strike 1. 1-1 count now to Muth.
Larson trying to finish this one off for the Wood Ducks.
Harris takes the lead at second. Larson fires it in the dirt. Ball 2 to Muth.
We have seen Vessels lose the ball a lot tonight.
Yeah. There's been some catchers that have just been struggling. Again, we saw that in the Elkton Humboldt Hartford game too.
And this one is out into right center field. It hits the gap, and that will score Harris. Muth is on his horse, slides into second safely on the double.
Good play there by Seth Muth and timely hitting.
And now Larson has to be done. I wouldn't waste any more time.
I was going to say I would take him out right now. He's looking over at the bullpen.
After the walk, I would have taken him out, especially after
that
double.
hit. Yep. I don't know why they're not.
And as you mentioned, if we're able to get back to the top, as you're saying as a Platte fan.
Yep. And now they're at the top of the lineup with Sheldon Gant.
Gant is 0 for 4 in the ball game. So with 3 strikeouts to his name. He's been swinging.
Hopefully he doesn't get the golden sombrero.
He's just hasn't been able to put it into play. And another big swing.
That was a big hack there by Gant. Again, don't do too much. Just a base hit scores a run.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Muth is going on any contact.
And this one.
Gant rips one into left center. It'll find the gap. It'll get down. Gant rounds hard to second, but no transfer to second. He will stay at first, scoring Muth, making the score 7-4 now in favor of the Wood Ducks. Killer Tomatoes showing a little bit of life now and getting a little bit of momentum back. As you can hear the crowd cheering in their favor.
Great diving play by Nelson, just not able to put his glove on it. We've talked about, we just keep reiterating, it's time to take Larson out. And we've seen this several times.
This should be the time. This should be the time right here. They should have taken him out right before Townsend got up.
With 2 outs, that teams have been able to start plating runs against pitchers. It has been more of a common theme than it should be in this state amateur tournament, and it's happening for the Platte Killer Tomatoes.
Yep.
And I think maybe some Killer Tomato fans have turned it off and now are turning the game back on, getting word that all of a sudden this is a game and it's getting interesting in the bottom of the 8th.
Some probably had to wake up now, being it's 11 o'clock. Townsend checked his swing. First one he went around, but this one he checked it. We got a 1-1 count now.
Townsend is 1 for 2, including he has taken a walk in the ball game. Does have, as I mentioned, that hit. Put this one over to shortstop.
Oh, right through his.
Another error for her in the ball game. His second error.
As you recall, do you remember the game against Elk Point? Him and his brother both at short and third had a couple errors, kind of costly. Let's see if this will be kind of the error that the Killer Tomatoes need Now, I would take out Larson. We've been saying that the last 4 batters. The Tomatoes are building a lot of momentum here now.
They want to switch out balls. I think you're really going to regret
having the guys warming up in the bullpen and not bringing them in.
And I get what you want Larson to get out of this. 2 outs. Hey, it's Tom Heisinger, my broadcast partner before you tonight. We always say one pitch. You're 1 pitch away from having this inning over with, but you're 1 pitch away from having this tied up all of a sudden.
Yep. Especially now with 2 outs, because any ball hit, they're on. They're running. So you got to assume any ball hit to the left side, Gant's going to score at first. Townsend will probably get to third. Hayden Kuiper lines one, bloops one into center, but the center fielder's right there to catch it to limit the damage. But after 2-run score for the Tomatoes in the bottom half of the 8th inning, bringing the score 7-4 in favor of the Wood Ducks.
We're your local one-stop shop. This is Angela, owner and operator of Amcota Farm and Home Center. From the DIYers, fixer-uppers, to contractors, we have what you need to get the job done. Building supplies, Valspar paint, and tools, Crystal X tubs, fencing supplies, and bog boots for your farm needs. We know how busy life can get. We offer delivery to make your life easier. Amcota Farm and Home Center on Dakota Avenue in Wessington Springs. Big city value.
If you love being outside, solving problems, and working with your hands, apply now at James Valley Landscape Solutions. James Valley offers on-the-job training in all aspects of the green industry, with modern equipment and technology and competitive pay. Benefits include overtime pay, healthcare, dental, vision, and more. Apply now at jamesvalleylandscape.com or in person at 600 West Spruce in Mitchell.
Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator is a proud supporter of the Mount Vernon Mustangs at the State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator has been servicing the Mount Vernon area for over 75 years. See them for your agronomy and feed needs no matter the farming season. They will take care of all your grain handling needs as well. Mount Vernon Farmers Elevator would like to wish the Mustangs and all the teams best of luck at the state tournament.
We move to the top of the 9th for Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks. It's all about insurance, trying to add to their 3-run lead. For the Platte Killer Tomatoes,
they showed a little bit of life in the bottom of the 8th.
3 quick outs, that's what you're asking for.
Yep.
We are going to see Hoffman stay out there and try to finish off this 9th inning.
And, post from the 7th inning, Hoffman's been pitching a really good game for the Tomatoes. Not really showing it in the strikeout category, only having 2 strikeouts, but forcing a lot of ground ball outs, a lot of weak pop fly outs. I feel like that's what the Tomatoes need, is just to get like you said, a quick 1-2-3 inning, get back in the dugout, keep riding that momentum, and try and score 3 to at least extend the game, if not win the game in the bottom of the 9th.
Vessels, McDonald, King, all due up. The Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks.
Vessels 0 for 3 on the night.
Top of the 9th. And make it 1 of 4 tonight, as he's able to get aboard with a shot out into left field. That's a good start if you're the Wood Duck fans who are on pins and needles watching this one, trying to see if the Wood Ducks can't keep their Cinderella story alive and make it on to the Final Four.
Like we said, the Wood Ducks are counting 3 outs. The Tomatoes are counting 3 runs. So we got 1 runner on now, and we got Caden McDonald up.
McDonald is 2 for 3 here in the ball game, including a run to his name and also an RBI. Has struck out as well. This one in for a called strike.
0-2 quick to McDonald. Hoffman looks a runner, fires it in there. Fouled away down the right field line, out of play, keeping the count at 0-2.
7-4, top of the ninth. 0-2 the count. The 0-2 pitch. This one popped up in the air. It's going to go to Richard at short and gets underneath of it for out number 1.
Sternberg, good play there on short to call it off and get it. So that'll leave runner on first with 1 out, bringing up the center, or no.
Top of the order, Austin King there.
No, that is Logan Larson.
Oh, okay, they're going to make a change here.
Yep, this is Logan Larson batting.
Logan Larson will get his first plate appearance here in the top of the ninth. Larson
fouls it off down the right field line, out of play.
So there's got to be some type of, get rid of the DH here.
I would say Nelson's got to be out then.
And this one, a high shot out into left field. This one's deep, about 360, but not deep enough.
I think in any other ballpark, that might have been a home run.
That was definitely a good shot from him, but it just was not deep enough. So 2 outs now in the top of the ninth.
And now we got number 15, Braden Herr, the third baseman, up to bat for the Humboldt Hartford Wood Ducks.
So what does that mean, though?
I would say Larson had to have came in for King.
So our radio compadre, Matt over there, might lose a bet to me. As again now,
if he comes in to pitch,
yes,
he might go into the field.
That's true. Herr will step up to bat. Again, 2 outs and a runner on first base, top of the ninth. The Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks, it's all about adding more to this lead. The Killer Tomatoes just trying to get out of this inning. Pop foul, 0-2 now the count. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys for sure for the Wood Ducks. They're all standing around in the bullpen. No one's really warming up. Well, those are 5 guys. A lot of guys over there in the bullpen. There might be more guys in the bullpen right now than there are in the dugout for the Wood Ducks.
Half the team.
The
Hoffman.
0-2.
Takes the easy play at second. Sternberg to Kuiper to force it out for the third out. Going into the last half of the ninth, it is the Humboldt Hartford Wood Ducks 7, Platte Killer Tomatoes 4.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Each family's needs are different and special. Will Funeral Chapel will listen with sensitivity, answer all questions, and respect your choices. The Will Funeral Chapel staff can assist you in planning and coordinating all the details. They will explain all the different options to make you feel at ease and most comfortable with all the decisions. Find out more by visiting their website at willfuneralchapel.com. Their sincerest hope is that you and your family will be comforted by their efforts.
Are you in need of high-quality lumber for your next project? Looking for top-notch agronomy services to keep your crops thriving? Need a reliable source of propane and fuel for your home or business? Look no further than Tabor Lumber Co-op. Whether you're a seasoned contractor or a DIY enthusiast, Tabor Lumber Co-op has everything you need to get the job done right. And with their competitive prices and top-notch customer service, you'll be glad you chose Tabor Lumber Co-op for all your lumber, propane, and agronomy services.
Here we go. He's still out there trying to complete his second game of the state tournament, trying to pick up his second win. Logan Larson is on the mound.
Yeah, and it's not going to be easy. He's got the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up. He's got Doom, Hewitt, and Harris coming up.
Larson, 8 innings pitched, 6 hits, has given up 4 runs, walked 6, struck out 6. He's thrown 165 pitches. The most he has thrown so far this season is 174 back on August 1st against Coleman in a win, where he went the distance in that one as well. First pitch in for a called strike. There's a few Wood Duck fans that are right down in front of us that are getting energetic and excited. Doom, Hewitt, Harris, Tyler, as you mentioned, all due up. This is a strong little lineup for the Platte Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah, usually your 3, 4, 5 is the heart, but these guys can all put the ball in play. They've kind of came through clutch when they had to, so let's see if they can come through again. As we got 2-1 now as the ball hit. Oh, no, it was hit by pitch. Hit Doom on the foot, I guess. Now, do you make a pitching change?
They're keeping a close eye.
I don't know. I would make the change right now, but I'm not the manager.
I would have made the change a long time ago. I don't need to voice my opinion.
I wonder if Larson is just that proud to not want to come out.
Friendly fire up here in the broadcast booth as stuff is being thrown now. Heads up, everybody. Head on a swivel.
At least it's not a baseball like that one kid had in the first inning when he got hit in the dome. We got a 1-0 count now to Hewitt. Called strike 1 to Hewitt.
1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, getting a runner aboard after a hit by pitch.
Hewitt shakes his head in disapproval on that pitch. But the call is the call.
Larson facing his 41st batter tonight. And this one inside, 2-1. Up to 171 pitches, 94 in the strike zone. For Platte Killer Tomatoes, 3, we go to extra innings. 4, it's a walk-off again. The 2-1. This one swing and a miss. Oh, it looked like Hewitt had it on a line but missed out.
I wonder if Larson just wants to get his season high in pitches and then take him out. 2-2 count now to Hewitt. Larson gets the sign, fires it in there. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for the first out of the inning.
Strikeout number 7 for Larson tonight.
Now we'll bring up the left-handed center fielder, Jeff Harris.
Jeff Harris has been pretty decent for this team so far this evening. A hit, a run, RBI. He's been walked overall, 1 for 3 in the ball game. A runner on first. And for the Platte Killer Tomatoes, he'll take how Harris can get on board any way possible, as long as you avoid the fielder's choice out at second.
Called strike 1 to Harris. Caught the outside corner. Got the 1-0-1 ball outside to Harris. Evens count 1-1 now.
Zoomed in view on the mound right now, watching both the pitcher and the hitters.
Now we can definitely see the bugs flying out there and see if there's a strike or a ball. Ball outside now. 2-1 count now to Harris. Larson now at his season high in pitches, 175.
The 2-1 kicks and fires, and this one's going to be fouled off towards the vehicles.
Ooh, Harris wanted that one.
Again, winner gets Dimmick Emery. Coming up on Saturday in the semifinals, Dimmick Emery won earlier 10-7 against Larchwood. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on first, the 2-2 pitch. Harris puts this one over to second.
Oh, and
it's a
through
hard
the
hop.
second baseman. And Doom will not test the right fielder's arm to go to third because that run does not mean anything right now. Sternberg coming up the tying run at the plate now for the Tomatoes. Error on the second baseman puts runner on first and second with 1 out. And Richard Sternberg, the tying run, up to the plate.
Sternberg 0 for 4 in the ball game with a strikeout to his name. Doesn't need a hit any more than now, with runners on first and second.
Larson comes set and fires it in there. Ball low and outside.
Yep, continue to see the bullpen. Again, we've seen those guys warming up for now the past 10 innings, it seems like. Sternberg, 9 RBIs on the season.
2-0 count now to Sternberg as he takes one low and in the dirt.
Average of 277, on-base percentage of 319.
They appealed down to first base on the swing. He did not go, so it is 2-0 count to Sternberg.
18 hits, 10 singles, 6 doubles, 2 home runs.
Low, ball 3, 3-0 now to Sternberg. Now, I know we've been saying this last 2 innings. Sternberg gets on base, make the change. You almost have to.
Sets, fires this one in, and this one is ball 4. Bases are loaded, and now coming up to bat, it is the winning run, the walk-off hit.
It is the DH and the manager, Michael Beitenboss, who, by the way, got to give him credit. He pitched a whale of a game on Monday against Alexandria.
Conversation on the mound.
And they're not taking him out.
Nope.
All right. Everything I have said tonight is wrong.
Bases are loaded. Logan Larson is trying to go the distance. There is, again, 1 out. Michael Beitenboss will step up the bat. He is also 0 for 4 in the ball game, as he has just simply either grounded out or lined out in the ball game. Bases loaded. First pitch to Beitenboss. He watches this one in for a called strike.
I wonder what the most pitches thrown in an amateur game in a state tournament has been.
We could probably look at the program, but right now our eyes are attracted to this one. The 0-1. Fires it into Beitenboss. It's a ground ball by the third baseman. Here comes one. Harris is on his horse, coming around home, and he is going to avoid the tag, and the ball is loose. Here comes. No. They will hold up Sternberg at third base.
That could almost be called interference there because that shortstop got in the way of the runner.
2 runs come across for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. Runners on third and second. It's now 7-6, 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. The Platte Killer Tomatoes are looking for more walk-off drama. And we will see, I believe, a pitching change coming up.
Yeah, I saw that right away.
Conversation happening right now on the mound. And there is going to be a new pitcher.
They have to now because that was the second mound visit. They got to take him out.
Larson is done. There is a new pitcher who's digging in here. Preston Riddle will come on in a huge spot. We're going to keep it right here right now. We're not going to go anywhere. Preston Riddle, let's get more information on him. He's pitched 9 1/3 innings. Pitched actually in 7 games. He's only started 1. He's faced 49 batters. He has a record of 0-1. He's given up 11 hits, 11 runs. Only 3 earned, though. Has walked 7, struck out 7. Has an ERA of 2.8, a whip of just under 2. So those are a quick look at his numbers. He does not have a save underneath his belt either.
What a game this is turning out to be. And we even said that. Don't count anything out. We talked about that Dimmick-Emery game a couple nights ago where Dimmick scores 5 in the 9th to win the game. Platte Killer Tomatoes got runners on second and third with 1 out, with Seth Muth, who came up to bat the last inning, had a big hit for the Tomatoes, had that double in the left center. Momentum's got to be all on Platte right now, isn't it?
I would say so, yes. And this is asking a huge spot. I feel like you have gotten to the point with Riddle that you're asking so much of him now.
Yes, and how much has he pitched in this tournament? I mean, does he have the experience in this tournament?
No.
If he comes off the bench cold, I mean, first pitch in the dirt maybe, scores a run, tie game. I mean, I don't know. It's a hard spot to put a pitcher in, especially somebody cold off the bench that hasn't played. It's different if they've been out in the field and kind of had the action, but coming off the bench, you don't know what they're going to do right away.
So here we go. Seth Muth will step up to bat, and the man from Parkston didn't even play with this Platte Killer Tomatoes team. If he would be able to rope one into the gap, he would get a walk-off. He is 1 of 2 in the game, including 2 runs, as mentioned, 1 hit, an RBI, and 2 walks. Big moment for Riddle. First pitch, this one is taken by Muth in for a called strike. Now again, Muth isn't the do-or-die batter, as only 1 out.
But with 1 out, though, you got the 9-hitter up. Now you come back with the top of the lineup. A lot can happen.
The 0-1, Muth chases after it, fouls it off, 0-2 the count. Runners again on third and second for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. They've added 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th, 2 runs now in the bottom of the 9th. In fact, they have added runs since the 6th inning. And now the 0-2 low and away, 1-2 the count.
And Heath, it's like you said, even in the tournament, not how you start, it's how you finish. Humboldt Hartford came out really strong right away, put up 7 runs in the first, or 6 runs in the first 5 innings. After that, kind of went a little cold. Platte kind of came back and looking to tie this game up now.
1-2 with 1 out. The 1-2 pitch, this one well out. 2 balls, 2 strikes again for Platte. They walked it off in the bottom of the 10th against Alexandria. They've also beat Del Rapids Mudcats 1-0. For the Hartford Humboldt Wood Ducks, they have been the Cinderella story throughout this tournament, defeating Menno and defeating Elk Point. No one would have thought they would have gotten to this point. I think you look at this portion of the bracket, I think a lot of people thought it would just be Redfield Dairy Queen playing in this matchup here against Alexandria, Platte, Del Rapids Mudcats. A lot of it loaded on that bottom portion.
And you got to think this is kind of contrast from what Platte's been doing in the tournament now, putting up 7 runs or 6 runs opposed to their 4 runs that they've put up in the last 2 games combined.
The 2-2 count. Riddle is still setting. Finally fires this one in, and this one low. So after going up in the count 0-2, it's been 3 straight balls, and he's 1 pitch away from loading up the bases and returning to the top of the lineup with Sheldon Gant.
I tell you what, if I had hair right now, it'd be gray.
Tyler can certainly admit he's a fan.
I am, but I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to call it down the middle the way I see it.
3-2. Riddle in a big moment here. The payoff pitch. Kicks and fires this one. Ball 4.
Oh.
The bases are juiced.
And we got Sheldon Gant, the leadoff hitter, coming up for the Tomatoes. He is 1 for 5 today with an RBI and 3 strikeouts. Let's see if he can go 2 for 6 and send the Tomatoes to the semifinals to play the Raptors. Even just 1 run here, tie the game up. We'll see what happens here.
21 hits throughout the season for him, and in the state tournament, he has 8 RBIs. 2 more will be another walk-off. Sheldon Gant takes the pitch, this one outside for a ball, 1-0 the count. Again, bases loaded, 1 out. For the Platte Killer Tomatoes, who trail by 1 in the bottom of the 9th. More drama here at Cadwell Park about to unfold. Gant puts the bat behind his back. The 1-0, this one put out into right field.
That's going to bloop in.
It's going to fall down for
fair
base
ball.
hit. This one scores 1, and coming around is Bite and Boss the play at the plate. He is going to be tagged out, and
but
we
it's
are
a
tied.
tie ball game with a runner on third and 2 outs.
Tied at 7-7 with Seth Muth at third base. And Gant is going to be at first. Again, runners on the corners. Game is not over with. Platte Killer Tomatoes still have an opportunity to win this with now Mason Townsend, who will step up to bat.
Townsend 1 for 3 on the night with a walk and a strikeout. And honestly, Heath, I mean, I'm not being a homer here, but in this situation, with Townsend's batting average, you do not want anybody else up at the plate except him right now.
Runners on the corners. Mason Townsend sees the first pitch and is going to take this one for a ball, 1-0 the count. Again, Riddle trying to come on. The best that Hartford Humboldt can do now is force extras. The worst they can do is have Platte Killer Tomatoes walk this off. Townsend, the 1-0 pitch. This one high, same spot as the last one. The count is now 2-0. Muth is 90 feet away from winning this game. The Parkston pickup player could get it done for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. Townsend steps out of the batter's box.
You know, they're probably looking right now as if they walk Townsend, you still got to force it every base. But
steps back in, the 2-0, low and away, 3-0 the count.
You got dangerous hitters coming up to bat after that, so it's not really a given to walk him. Townsend 3-0 count now.
Riddle 3 straight balls, all inside, has yet to find the strike zone. The 3-0 pitch. Townsend stands in tall. The 3-0, this one right down
Broadway.
For a called strike, 3-1 the count. The 3-1 pitch. Townsend steps out of the batter's box once again and digs back in. Runners on the corners. A base hit wins the game in another walk-off fashion for the Platte Killer Tomatoes. The 3-1. This one is going to be
fouled
right
off
out
his
to
leg.
Riddle, and they're going to call a foul. And we'll be down to the last pitch now here in the bottom of the ninth for either extras or walking it off.
You couldn't ask for a better game than this right now. I mean, this is excitement on both sides.
Muth will walk the distance back over to third as he ran all the way in. He was ready to win it.
He had a good jump on that play. Let's see what Riddle can do here on the mound.
Muth is going here with the full count. 3-2 with 2 outs. Bottom of the ninth. The runners on the corners. The 3-2 pitch. This one
fouled
is going to be
away.
Fouled off to the left.
He will live to see another pitch.
So we wait to get a baseball retrieved and back to Riddle. Riddle at a big moment coming in relief here in this bottom of the ninth. Townsend, 3-2, 2 outs, runners on the corners. Riddle kicks and fires. This one is out to right field. It's going to go just foul.
To the one of the 5 guys in the bullpen.
So they'll reset. Townsend is staying alive. Usually when you see at-bats go this long, it favors the batter. Playing aggressive, Townsend has fouled off the last 3. Trying to put one into play to win the ball game. The count full, 2 outs, runners on the corners. The 3-2 pitch, this one just past the first base. Muth is going to come in. The Platte Killer Tomatoes walk it off for the second time in this state tournament. Mason Townsend, the RBI, Platte Killer Tomatoes on to the semifinals. 8-7 is your
game
final.
For the Tomatoes. Way to come back from being down 5-0 in the 4th inning, coming back to win 8-7. All I can say is, like you said earlier, Heath, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And props to Humboldt Hartford Wood Ducks on a great year. I mean, coming into this tournament with only 5 wins or 4 wins and showing all that they had, beating teams that nobody thought they would. You know, hats off to the Wood Ducks and congratulations to the Killer Tomatoes. Killer Tomatoes now will play Saturday night at 5:30 against the Sunshine League rivals, the Dimmick-Emery Raptors. And you know what? I'm excited to watch that game. And if you don't mind me coming back here and maybe announcing it with you.
We'll see if we can't get that in. I'll have to take a look at the schedule.
That's fine with me either way.
I won't promise anything at the moment, Tyler.
I'm good with it either way. But you know what? Hats off to Dawson Hoffman pitching. He ended up getting the win on the night for the Killer Tomatoes. Taking the loss is Riddle for the Humboldt Hartford Wood Ducks. Again, the Killer Tomatoes will play at 5:30 Saturday night against the Dimmick Emery Raptors. I'd like to, again, thank Heath for letting me commentate with him. I know I kind of sounded like a little bit of a homer there, but you know what? I still got to give a lot of credit to the humble Hartford Wood Ducks on their season. Hats off to them. They made it further than a lot of people probably expected them to make. But congratulations to the Killer Tomatoes, and good luck on Saturday.
There's a reason they call this August Agony. Dimmick Emery and Platte Killer Tomatoes are on to the semifinals. Ladies and gentlemen, we're certainly not done. There is more drama to unfold over the couple days that are upcoming. Coming up tomorrow, 5 games, including 2 at Drake Field, 3 at Cadwell Park. The 2 games at Drake Field, the A teams, and then coming up tomorrow here at Cadwell Park, another A matchup at 1 o'clock before 5:30. It's Canova taking on Del Rapids PBR, and then at 7:30, Winter Cologne takes on Garrettson. If you can't make it to Cadwell Park, we'll have all the coverage for you right here on Live Ticket TV. We say goodnight from Cadwell Park, but for the Platte Killer Tomatoes, the drama and the excitement continues. Another walk-off victory. Your final score, 8-7. For Tyler, for Cole, for Spencer, I'm Heath Nimke. Until tomorrow at 1 o'clock, have yourself a wonderful rest of your evening.